And now they can.
Hey.
My name is D'Angelo Murillo, and thank you again for being here on my channel tonight. We are doing a weekly series all throughout October, for the most part, called Homies in Horror, where we are raising money for RAINN. To help those in need within our community who have faced sexual assault, rape, incest, and everything like that, to help them get them whatever resources they need, which is very near and dear to my heart because many people in my family have suffered from this, unfortunately, and we're doing whatever we can to help out this evening. So if you would like to donate, you absolutely can go to our Tiltify link to be able to check it out and to donate. There are also ways that you can contribute to the game by being able to give advantage, set up a little thing called TPK mode, making life harder for everyone.
Wait, I don't remember TPK mode.
It's
I don't mind setting up that, brother.
It's all good.
Just let you know that.
Yeah, and then and various other like goodies and all that kind of stuff. But before we go any further with that, we're gonna go ahead and honor tonight's cast by having them go around the room and introduce themselves. Now, if you have never played on my channel, there's a rule that I have that everyone has to follow. It's a hard rule, and that is where if you were a guest on my channel, that means we're a homie, and I love and adore you and all that kind of stuff. So that means that you have to give yourself your due praise and take pride in yourself. If you do so, then you'll get one free advantage on a roll of your choice this evening. If you choose to be like, ooh woo, I'm nobody, I do nothing, then you get a disadvantage of my choice for being for lying to everyone about how great you are and all that kind of stuff, or how lame you are, or whatever. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and go to Candace. Why don't you go ahead and let us know how amazing you are?
I feel extremely attacked right now. My name is Candace, also known as that Candace girl or Candace the Magnificent on the internet. My pronouns are they, she, and I'm kind of good. I love playing the ukulele and performing cover songs for people. And I'm self-taught. That's a brag. I'll brag.
Hey, that's amazing. Yeah.
That's pretty damn cool.
It's so cool. And then going over to Kay.
Hey, well, I am Kay Purcell. I work in video games by day and do TTRPG stuff whenever I can. I am currently running Godplane, which I put D'Angelo through last year, right now, every Thursday. And yeah, I do all this stuff. Thanks for hanging out. You're great.
Perfect. And then heading over to Andrew J. Landy.
What's up, everyone? Andrew J. Landy, sometimes known as Duralath, but always known as a person who's going to support you wherever you are. Great to be here. I'm playing Venancio, who is a Bloodhunter / rogue. Both mine and Venancio's pronouns he, him. Yeah, and also I'm still kicking butt in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, taking names, and let's have some fun.
Perfect. And then going over to Drac.
Hi, I'm Draco Draconics. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. It's DRAKONIQES. I'm a TTRPG performer, producer, writer. I do anything and everything I can involved with TTRPGs. Are we doing what streams are on? Because I guess on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, we're over on Table Story in a game called Kingmakers. I play Disgraced King. And coming soon, we're on Vanish channel, VANA. I'm going to be in a Strixhaven campaign called Higher Education, where we play graduate students who are touch-starved, high on caffeine, and studying to become gods. So that's a lot of fun. And today I'm going to be playing Gentle, who uses he/they pronouns. I mean, the name says it all. They're just very gentle, very kind.
What's going to be the most brutal out of everyone? Perfect. And then Sage.
Hi, I am Sage Ryan. I am a streamer, host, and TTRPG content creator. The coolest thing about me is how wonderful my friends are and how good I am at picking really awesome people to make things with. I run a channel called Pixel Circus, which is a great example of that with all of my really wonderful friends. We do shows like Failed Save on Friday nights. It's a D&D 5e show, and we're doing a ton of Halloween content this year. And you can find me there at twitch.tv/pixelcircus.
Perfect. So, yeah, once again, we are raising money for RAINN. If you would like to donate, here is the link to do so, and then here are the things you can do to influence the story. If you donate a big amount, you can chop it up whichever way you'd like to do so, and everything. And yeah, so with that, thank you guys all for being here and supporting. We really, really appreciate you guys. and I will every so often periodically check out everything. We already have $15 raised, so that's amazing. Thank you so much to donators and all that kind of stuff. And then perfect. So as we get into this, you guys are seasoned adventurers, known throughout the whole land as Candace. What was the name? Oh, muted.
The Crimson Hand.
The Crimson Hand. Oh, that's a good name. Oh my gosh. So you guys are known as the Crimson Hand. Now, it's been many, many years, and you've accumulated many victories upon your journeys, and your name carries a great deal of renown. Just as you cleaned up a dreaded night hag that's been plaguing the local community, you place their decapitated head across the governor's desk as they look to you and be like, oh my gosh, you guys have done it again. We've sent sellswords after mercenaries after paladin groups to go and take care of this night hag, and you guys are the first group that's ever done anything about it. Thank you so much. As this well-fed hunk of a man that's an orc kind of looks to you and goes thank you guys all so much for this. I really appreciate you, as he pulls out a coffer filled of your 500 gold payment and then cracks it open. So really quick, Gentle, go ahead and roll, or sorry, let me know a number 1 through 10.
1 through 10. I'm just gonna roll.
You're good, yeah.
1.
Oh, perfect. So you get the Ring of Animal Influence as one of your immediate gifts and payoff. So you get to treasure without work. So you get 500 gold as well as this ring. As you look to your payment, they're paid in full and all that kind of stuff, and he goes I want to thank you guys again so much for this hard work and helping out our community. It's been terrible before you guys came along, but the Crimson Hand always gets the job done. I'll refer to you to everyone I know and everything, but I do want to let you know that a group of mail actually came for you while you guys were away on this sort of journey, so I wanted to make sure that you guys got that. As he snaps his fingers and his assistant comes in with a bundle of letters and all that and hands it over to you guys. And you look through it, and you can see that it's filled of different stuff, bills to be paid, invoices that are going to be paid to you that were on payment plans from different communities who couldn't pay it in full and all that kind of stuff, and so on and so forth. But you don't have time right now to look through it all. Is there anything else you'd like to say to this governor before you move on and all that?
I'm just reaching, going, is there a letter from my mom?
And he looks a bit. I think there was. As he goes
Yes.
As he pulls it out and goes more, yeah, and then hands it over to you.
Thank you very much. My mom owns this rocks.
Perfect. So then, as this, you take your mail and you get your payment. You walk out of this area and you see that this, town of Gentle Breeze is singing your praises, and kids are being I want to be a part of you guys when I grow up, and they'll just super chill about it.
Eat your vitamins, and maybe you will grow up big and strong like all of us.
Go ahead and do persuasion.
Oh my god!
Nice call.
That is an off
Strong
call.
start.
Okay.
Not posture
That's
with you.
pretty good. Persuasion. That is a 17.
17. Okay, that was great. It's one of those moments where you're well, see, son, as you pull up your pants, lean down, and
It took years of training and eating well before I was able to really go out into the world and join these amazing group of adventurers. So make sure you listen to your parents, eat the fruits and veggies they give you before you eat the cookies, and maybe one day you will be able to be like us, and even better than all of us.
You say this to them, and
A lot
they're
of books too.
Yes.
their eyes go wide as they listen to you, and you've changed their entire life. As they're oh my god, I wanted to be an engineer, but now I want to be a sellsword.
Oh,
as
no.
they
Oh no!
you changed the course of this.
Pat, you get him, Tiger.
Here you go. Yeah. Oh my god, we're already at 315 raised. Thank you guys so much. Jesus. All right.
Oh god, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, chat. Wow.
Y'all are some 7 kinds of awesome.
Amazing.
Oh, okay, great. So, Alonzo gave us 2 hurt the homies. All right, perfect. So that's gonna come up.
That's my mod.
Is it really? Oh my god.
What?
Bum bum. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, so in this time, you head over to the Gilded Rose which is the the tavern slash brothel of this gentle breeze and all that kind of stuff to celebrate your victory as they comp your meal and everything as a sign of thank you. You get tacos, you get enchiladas, the mariachis are playing, and everything's like going really, really well as you're sort of reviewing your mail and you're kind of going through everything. And you see that once again there are invoices to be paid, for gear repair and all that kind of stuff, or damage you caused accidentally to a certain property in the past, and also payments from other people to you, and like everything looks in order. But then you come across these 6 envelopes all addressed to you guys that look pretty fancy and pretty spiffy and all that kind of stuff. And they're actually from your hometown of New Orklandshires. Yeah, so...
Did my mom write to all of you?
Do you think there's a
I
party?
don't think so. I haven't exchanged letters with your mother.
You should try it.
I got mail?
I'd love to. I love a pen pal.
You've got mail.
What's mail?
Tear it open.
You're like, I can't read.
I pull out a letter opener and just like very daintily cut mine open.
Okay, perfect. So as you one by one, either take your time or like get into it immediately, you open it up and receive parchment of notice of you are cordially invited to the wedding of, and it lists one of your siblings' names. Now, each one of you, all 6 of you, one of your siblings, whether it be brother, sister, or non-binary sibling, ends up saying that they are going to be married to. Now that part's even shocking, being like, they're getting married. They didn't, tell me anything about being interested in anyone and all that kind of stuff. But suddenly, the thing that shocks you even more is that it actually is to a notorious warlord by the name of Morgana Castillo. That you literally look to the bounty board and see that her bounty is up there for 30,000 gold. One of the biggest, yeah, as she has an eye patch, flowing sort of curly hair and gnarly scars and everything, known for sacking entire kingdoms, and has a whole band of rebel army and everything like that. And your stomach sinks a little bit, or maybe you're excited, however you feel like you would be. What do you guys would like to say or do at this time? Assuming that Morg and Gentle were the first ones to actually read this, paper. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what you'll say, but I got some pretty good news. My little sister Mercy, she's getting married.
That's odd. My little brother Azrael's also getting married. And I wouldn't say I ever expected it. Congratulations to both of them. I would love for it not to be a warlord.
Wait. Your little brother's getting married to... My little sister's getting married to a warlord.
Now, this is a weird thing for us to connect on, but I'm willing to go here with you. I love this for us. This is bad news.
I mean, love is love. Does it really matter if they're in love with a warlord? As long as they're happy, right? Wait, what's the name of your warlord?
That one.
Morgana Castillo.
Oh, that's the name of my warlord too.
Okay.
Sisters also that with her.
We'll acknowledge that the warlord part is worse, but we're also going to acknowledge that somebody's getting potentially 3-timed, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Unless it's an agreed open relationship, which I guess is fine as
But then they would all be on the same invite, right?
That's a good point.
Rilefier
actually, yeah.
isn't that kind. Yeah, no. I think this is bad.
I look at the other 2 of you.
Venantio's holding up the letter and pointing. My brother Christos also already married. How? What? This is a joke, right? This is all some kind of joke. And he drops the letter.
It's okay. Calm down.
In for
I
2.
pick up the letter and
for
place it on
4.
the table.
Mm-hmm.
Zora goes over to May and just hands the letter. It's all mangled and there's fingerprints all over it. I don't know what mine says. I've never gotten one of these before.
Okay, so you know that phrase, "Don't shoot the messenger." Don't punch the messenger, please. You have a sibling who's also getting married to Morgana.
What, Kivit? She doesn't want to marry anyone. Who wants to marry her? She's a grubby, amazing person, but
I'm sure she loves you too, but apparently Morgana does.
Morgana?
Yeah.
Oh, she's marrying the warlord?
They're all marrying the warlord.
I mean, that does my sister would do something like that, yeah.
Okay, we've got one on brand at least.
But like married, I could see like best friends, but not married.
Okay, so what do we think? It's just a trap? They're all trying to get us all somewhere, and then I don't know, devour us, break our necks, just throw us into a fiery pit, eat us.
My. Maybe all of the above. But in the off chance that it's an actual wedding, I would like to attend my sister's wedding.
Oh, you're just like so supportive. I just hope you know that's really cool of you. I just want to say that. Okay, good.
Thank you.
I mean, I'd like to meet this warlord. Like, who the fuck is she, right?
My brother's already married. This doesn't make any sense. He's already married to somebody else.
Is he sexy?
He's like an older version of. I can't. You want me to call my brother sexy?
I'm just saying. I mean, if he's getting married to multiple people, it's
GM
probably
intro,
sexy.
yes. Yeah.
I would like to look at anybody who's holding their letter outwards and see if it's the same handwriting.
Go ahead. What is your passive perception?
Great question. 10.
It's hard for you to decipher. They kind of look similar, but you aren't quite sure. Does anyone have a passive perception of 14 or above?
I have 16.
16?
Someone
Okay.
smarter than me. Help.
So you kind of like look at it, and you can tell that they're written by the same person. It looks legitimate, and all that kind of stuff. They even have her middle name in there, or your sibling's middle name, and all that kind of stuff. And not only that, but it seems to be 3 days from now, the actual like wedding.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, not only
That's
that, but
really soon.
they sent it to you like a good while ago, but you were off like on an adventure for days, like slogging it through the wilderness and everything to take care of this night hag. And so if you wanted to attend, time is of the essence and all that kind of stuff that you sort of notice. Yeah.
Okay, well, either it's a trap and they're gonna try to kill all of us and we should probably kill them first, or our siblings are in danger and the same result, we should try to kill them first.
In the off chance that this is actually somehow happening, if we can go and we can be supportive, and then if it is some kind of a trap and it goes wrong, then we can maybe get a bounty. Yeah? No?
Yeah, all right.
That works.
I'm done with
Works
that,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's dress up time!
Oh yeah, we need to
Oh
dress
my
up
goodness,
for
I haven't
this.
got dressed up in so long.
So we'll do a montage of you guys all going to the tailor and getting like your dress, like your wedding outfit, essentially. And you go through that. You just got paid, so you're even tipping the tailors and all that stuff. Getting your outfit and everything. Make sure it has a very good enchanted protective case over it that we can fold it up and not have to worry about it until the moment of, and not have to travel in it and everything like that. After this time, you guys pull in favors. You help save a wizard one time. They're able to transport you a good mile, good few distance away and all that kind of stuff. Not only that, but you were able to also have a pirate captain be able to take you across the sea and be able to help out to get you there a little bit quicker. And you call in all these favors, use your resources and all that kind of stuff, and you get almost there. But there is just a day's left of travel that you need to. No one can help you in this time. As you've tried to call in favors, but they're like, listen, we are so sorry but we can't, our magic won't get you there because of the Violet Moon, which you guys know happens just outside of New Orkland, Shiresburg. At that, it is an area that is filled during this Violet Moon with necromancy. That in this area, there was giant wars that happened. Many, many people died here. And even adventurers who tried to clean up the mess to make it easier and so no one who had to worry about it have also died here. Where during this single night of the Violet Moon, all of the dead rise and begin to roam the land with malicious intent. Any living beings they see, they go after it with ruthlessness and everything like that. So a lot of people just have built border walls to be able to just, wait out the day. And after that, they just simply move the dead and then just continue on with their lives. And every year this happens and all that kind of stuff. So no one will take any gigs. No one will allow you transport because not only that, there's heavy amounts of necromancy in this area disturbs any sort of transportation or teleportation magic or any sort of summoned creatures or anything like that. So it's very difficult. So the only way is to physically make your way through here. And that is where you are right now. You are actually at the border wall. You're kind of tired. You've been riding hard and everything. You've gotten here. You know that the journey forward is going to be extremely dangerous for your horses or whatever you ride on. It's a one shot, so you can choose dire corgis or what have you. As you guys dismount and they hand over the reins and all that kind of stuff, and the gates open and you can see that there is a sea of just dead that are beginning to twitch and sort of convulse, but not quite risen yet as day gives way to night and everything. So is there anything you'd like to say or do in this time before you go through the gates and the gates close behind you?
Zora, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Zora doesn't really say anything. She just kind of stares out at all the dead, and she kind of stretches. She's 6'2" and has green skin, and she's this super stacked ass orc with this long kinky curly ponytail of red hair. And she takes out her glaive and kind of just leans on it next to the wall, waiting for everybody to get ready.
Seeing Zora do that, Gentle, who's much shorter, about 5'2", very scrawny black kid, black man, who has a fanny pack. I think it's very out of place when it comes to their outfit, but a fanny pack around their waist, and they pull out a book when they see Zora stretching. Goes, "Very good, Zora. Remember, everyone. Rule 18, limber up. The last thing we need is a cramp while fighting. And we're going to be doing quite a bit of fighting if the field of dead means anything. So do your stretches, warm up, and when we're all ready, if you don't have waters, I brought water skins for all of us as well. I'm just going to keep everyone hydrated and at our best, okay? How's everyone feeling?
Good.
Yeah, Morg definitely comes in grabby hands. Thank you for a
You're
water
welcome.
skin. And then with one in one hand, next to you all stretching, just lays down to do some push-ups. And alternating between pushing up with magic and pushing up with an arm with a water skin in the other.
Perfect. And then Venancio?
Venancio takes his water skin, albeit he makes sure to use a napkin to grab the water skin. No disrespect. I just need to make sure it's.
No, of course. That actually reminds
Right.
me. I have some wet wipes here, and I'll pull out some wet wipes and hand them over to
Gentle,
Venancio.
thank you
You're
so
very
much.
welcome.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're good here. And you said to stretch, right? Okay,
Yes.
good. I will do that. And he starts to just kind of shift around, make sure everything is working. And he extends his arm as if he's mimicking how he would hold his hand crossbow. Okay, just making sure. Okay, the shoulder's good. Okay, I think we're ready. And then he looks around. Oh, it's really we're gonna need more wet wipes. Okay, just we're good. Yes.
Actually, this would be a good point for you guys to introduce the physical description of your character. So Venancio, go ahead and describe us what your character looks like.
Venancio is a bald-headed, 5'8" human being with a beard. Gee,
It's hard to
wonder why.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, really hard to visualize this. He does wear
Taxing the imagination.
right, does wear a gray coat with what appears to be a red cape on it. Although the cape is more so for him to sit on instead of actually sitting on other things. He does wear black slacks and wears black boots as well. At his hip is a simple but effective hand crossbow.
Perfect. And then next to you is May. What does May look like?
May is what looks to be about 5'5", 6", dark navy blue tiefling with just covered in white freckles. She has horns and seems to almost have this little faint arc of stars between the tips of her horns, and she is druid wearing kind of these nice dark blue robes, but with poofy sleeves, because you gotta have the poofy sleeves. And she's carrying a big staff that has a crook, and then hanging from the crook is this lantern that is not currently lit but has a large star fixed to it. She's got a tail that has a little poof of fur at the end, with a navy bow that holds what looks to be like a jingle bell almost, but that's her star map. And she's got long legs that taper down below the knees to little cloven hoovesies. and is just kind of like, okay, we can do this. We got this. Okay. Don't like the undead, but we've got this. We've got this. Yes.
Perfect. And then for Zora, Morg, and Gentle, you guys gave a brief description, but I'll let you guys give a full one for now. So Zora, what does your character look like?
So she's she's green head to toe, kind of like an olive color, and she's got two like large teeth on the bottom, kind of very traditional fang situation. But she's just like she's really ripped. She's like China Big from wrestling. She's got these like
nice
huge,
reference.
Yeah, she's like extra swole, and just generally has a very like resting bitch face, bored look on her face all the time. What she makes up for strength in the lack of the brains. Or switch that.
Perfect. And
You
then,
know what I mean.
And then what about Morg?
There we go. I was unmuted then. So Morg pushes up from the push-ups they were doing and stretches out and poses a little bit and is absolutely ripped. Stands at only like 5'3", but just absolutely swole.
Like JoJo status.
Yeah. And like really milking it, absolutely posing it. Has a large sword, almost as like long as she is, strapped on her back with a shield over the back of it, stacked together. She has very, very long, wispy, deep auburn hair that's kind of unkempt and messy, but goes down to her waist. Her eyes are a soft, sparkling gray color, and her skin is covered in like battle marks. Like she has one down her eye, and she has one that goes right across her shoulder, clearly from being struck in battle. And it almost looks as if she has taken clothes to like leave spots open to show them, because she's very, very proud of her battle wounds. So the armor that she wears like uncovers that shoulder, and she's wearing a heavy metal armor.
Perfect. And then Gentle?
I love that. Well, first, Gentle's like applauding seeing Morg like pose and flex. But Gentle is 5'2", apparently the shortest of the group. 5'2", black person. They got like long shaggy hair. They look very unkempt. Like everything about them is unkempt. They have leather armor. I think they themselves look unkempt, but everything they wear is very clean, very polished. Everything's like been very clearly taken care of. Their leather armor doesn't seem like it's seen warfare at all. Whether or not that's because it hasn't, or because they just take very good care of it. This party would know. He just takes very good care of it. But anyone else would probably think that they're fresh, they're green when it comes to battle. At their side, they have a short sword, a sheath short sword, and I think right now they're probably like ruffling through their fanny pack and pull out a blunderbuss and holster it by their side as well as their second weapon. And when they watch everyone like limber up, get ready, and seem to be done, they look out to the field of twitching, convulsing corpses, and just goes, "Okay, I think we should start heading out."
And you see this like half Orcan guard that's there, and he kind of like has the key and opens up the gates and swings it open. And his name is Draven, and he looks to you guys and is like, "Listen, I want to thank you guys again for like saving my husband and me back in the day, and this is the least I can do. If you ever need anything, let me know. And I hope you guys have like a good luck." As you can see in the distance that the dead are beginning to like rise, from the pile of corpses and everything, and yeah.
Or pulls their sword and starts swinging it in front of them and like skipping a little bit.
Perfect. And then
before Gentle leaves, they'll turn to the half orc guard?
Half orc. Yep.
Yeah,
Draven.
They'll turn to the guard and be like, "Hey, I hope your husband's doing great. Tell Derek to just do a bit more stretches, and that kink in his back will be just fine. And I pull out like a little container of brownies and be like, I made this for you and the family, so share it after dinner. I'll be back hopefully soon. Maybe even bring some treats from the wedding so you can share with everyone as well. Here you go."
It's like, oh my god, thank you so much, as he like wishes you sort of well. And with that, you take steps out beyond the gates as it's getting, you know, a little bit too chaotic out here, as the dead are beginning to rise in mass, as like there were 1 and now there's 3 and now there's 7, and then it begins to like, you know, amplify, and the gates like creak as they close behind you, and you hear the sound of the clicking of the sort of like lock and all that. And before you, there are already some undead that have risen. It looks to be of various skeletons, as well as a creature you've identified before as a bone claw, because you guys have been sort of through this area before. And yeah, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative for this. So let me go
Hey
ahead.
everyone, I hope you've all been working on cardio. Do you know that's not rule number 1? We work on cardio. Zombies aren't fast, so we should be able to run faster and longer than them if we need to. But it looks like this bone claw might have to fight to the death.
I got a 19.
19? Okay, so let me go ahead and perfect. And then May?
That's a 12. I'm
12,
sorry,
okay.
13. I get
13?
a +1. That's a 13. I don't like this.
Perfect. And then Gentle?
I rolled a 22.
Jesus. All right. And then Venancio?
11.
11. Okay. And then Moore?
14.
14. Got it. Perfect. All right. So, Gentle, you were going to go first. So, before you are about... There's about like 7 skeletons, which are like, you know, not that big of a deal. They're just like the undead that have risen. They have some armor on them. They wield some rusted weapons and everything. But the thing that causes you the most concern is this bone claw that is a like very large creature that's very very gaunt and pretty creepy, as it kind of like looks to you guys with ill intent, as both of its eyes kind of like split and kind of look at you and all that. So, Gentle.
So I think as Gentle was talking about cardio again, make sure everyone followed rule number 1. Just very deftly, like, put ammo in the gun without even looking. Just seems to be muscle memory, and fires immediately at the bone claw
Okay.
creature. And right from the get go, I'm gonna just use it because I think it's cool. I have the sharpshooter feat, so I'm gonna take the -5 penalty to add this +10 to my damage if this hits.
You need a 16 or higher.
Okay. That is. So that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely. You pull the trigger, you hear it explode as different undead sort of look to your guys' direction and shamble their way sort of towards you from the distance, so they're not really a big issue as long as you don't stay here for too long. And, yeah.
That is 30 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Piercing damage. So just
Question.
I think I'm still like closing up my fanny pack as I fire, so I'm not even really looking, and it deals 30 points of damage. And I'm gonna fire again. I get 2 attacks.
Okay, question. Is your
Yes.
blunderbuss a magical weapon?
I don't know.
Is it a blunderbuss +1 or anything sort of like that?
No, it's blunderbuss Exandria. I don't know what that means.
Okay, no worries.
So
So
that makes that magical, or not, but yeah.
Yeah, so it is non-magical. So you notice as your blunderbuss, flies through the air and impacts and embeds itself into this like decrepit sort of flesh of this creature. It's not like dealing as much damage as it normally does. Like had you done this on a skeleton or something else, it would have destroyed it. But it seems to not be as effective here. As you reload your weapon, and then go ahead.
I think seeing that, they will kind of frown a little bit. Should have worked a bit better. Okay, let me try again. And this time, focus aim, and I'm gonna cast with my bonus action Hunter's Mark on this creature,
Okay.
which is just a bonus action that just happens. And then I'm gonna fire for the second time. And I'm gonna sharpshoot at this as well.
Welcome, Raiders.
Is 18 to hit.
18. Yep, you absolutely get it.
So that is 1d6. 7, 9, 13, 23 points of piercing damage.
23. Okay.
3 of that is magical because it came from Hunter's Mark.
Okay, perfect. So let me go ahead and bump that up. There we go. You see as it like tries to reach at you with its claw from a far distance and all that kind of stuff, and then you just blow off a couple digits from its hand and everything as it screams in like sort of malice, you know, pain. You're unsure. Is there anything else for you?
And then I'm just gonna like run. I'm gonna try and spread out because I don't want to be in the same like vicinity for all of us to get like surrounded or hit with an AOE.
Sure.
So I'm gonna spread out. So I'm gonna get closer to this creature.
Yeah.
Like at a diagonal. Probably even towards more of the skeletons on my left than anything else. I want to put the skeletons between me and that creature.
Okay, perfect.
So I can deal with the skeletons.
If you have roll 20 up, you'll be Ariana Grande that I just moved over there. That's your token.
Okay.
And then yes, okay. So after you, it's gonna go ahead and go to skeleton A. So a skeleton is gonna wander up. It's gonna see you, Gentle, get closer to it and begin to just like move its way and shamble all the way sort of through and try to strike at you. In this time, it is going to hit you with a... All right, cool. 19 for
That
60.
hits.
All right. So it gets its rusty blade. You take 8 points of damage, and you may need a tetanus shot. And then after that,
Oh no.
it is Zora.
Okay, I think I would like to go up and try and take care of the one that is plaguing my party member. I don't like that he's like stepping up to Gentle like that, so I'm trying to get in there.
Perfect. So you
Thank you so
run
much,
up
Zora.
to the skeleton, and then you take your weapon. Go
Yeah,
for it.
I run up to it and I kind of like start to like kind of like stalk around it, and I take my first kind of swipe with my glaive. That is gonna be a 15 to hit.
15 does hit. Go for it.
Awesome. I deal 10 points of damage, but I get to go again. I have 2 attacks per turn, so I go one more time.
Okay.
That one's only a 10.
10 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm that person. I have
Uh,
Polearm Master. Am I allowed to do a bonus attack too?
Hold on really quick. Let me just check all the bonuses you guys have. So you pretty much have everything in the world. So you have like reroll 1 die, 2 of them. So all of you guys have it in a pool. So you can share it. You can pull from the pool anytime you want to. So there's 2 rerolls. There's 3 add +3 to it. So if you took one of those add +3, you would make that hit if you'd like to. And then there's a heal 10 HP for a few of those. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we're so early in the game. I feel like it's too
Yeah.
soon.
I don't mind if you use it now. Like, it's
Of course,
fine.
you don't mind.
The
We
real
got, like-
question is, do those +3 stack? Can I be like, I'm gonna put 2 +3s on this? Thank you.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, and
Oh,
you just
nice.
consume them. Yeah, you just pop them. Yeah.
No.
Okay. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and use your action surge or whatever way you'd like to attack again. Yeah.
Yeah, I have Polearm Master, so I'm gonna just like after
Of
I
course.
take my 2 swipes, when the second one misses, I flip my glaive and I just like pop it in the face as hard as I can with a 23.
23, you can hit God. So yep, go ahead and roll your damage.
7.
7. Okay. 7 points of damage. And would you like to describe how you destroy the skeleton?
Yeah, like I'm trying really hard to just kind of like get in and get out quickly because I see that we have a banquet of monsters to kill. So I'm like, excuse me, Gentle, and I like come in and I
Oh.
just like start slashing, and I miss the second one, but then I just smack it in its face, and its like brains kind of cave in on themselves and it falls to the ground, and I just like move to the next one. Like I kind of just, all right.
Move on, no problem. It's true. You
Yeah.
guys are used to this. You guys are seasoned adventurers. And then with that, it is Morg. So before you, you see 6 skeletons and 1 bone claw. That's a little bit ways away. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll head to a cluster of skeletons, different from the one that Zora and Gentle are at, because they got it covered. And instead of taking the giant sword that I wear on my back, that one's for fashion, and I pull my little battle axe. It's actually difficult for her to wield that one. It's pretty big, but it looks very cool. But I will head in and I will swing with a smite on my battle axe, on the one on my left. All right, that is a 21. No, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep, you will absolutely hit.
Excellent. How does one use a battle axe? Okay, it's a D8.
I just imagine you have the giant sword from like Berserk, where you just like, I'm gonna just put
That's
this
what I
down
was
really quick
thinking,
and then pull out your actual weapon.
Right. And then I will do a first level divine smite on that.
Okay.
I'm just going to get an additional D10. Okay. 22 points of damage.
Would you like to describe how you kill the skeleton?
Yeah, absolutely. So, still doing the same kind of swing that she was doing with like a little bit of a skip in her step. She pops by and she waves to Zora and to Gentle, and then just kind of hops in and swings and just clean shot takes the head off of a skeleton and flings it in the direction of the others.
Perfect. And anything else for you?
And that is all. I'm just going to ready up next to another one.
Perfect.
I need to ask, does it roll up next to Venancio or
The
head?
neck. Oh, and
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean the head that Morg just chopped off.
It would hit skeleton E. I would say, yeah. And then after that, it's gonna go to May.
Okay, so they seem to have the skeletons mostly under control. I think I'm gonna go try and poke the big boy with a guiding bolt, please.
Perfect.
That is going to be. I can math. What is that? 17 to hit.
17. A 17 on this bone claw will hit. Yep.
Okay, that's good. So that is gonna be. Oh gosh, why do I have the wrong thing open? I know how to play this game. 4d6 of radiant damage. 16 points of radiant damage as like little shooting stars come out of the tip of May's fingers as she points at it. Like, that one, I think that's the one we need to focus on. And then it just
Perfect. And that was
And-
guiding bolt, right?
use guiding bolts, so it's now glowing, and whoever attacks it next gets advantage. And I'm gonna move a little bit closer after Morg, but like not too much because I don't like the zombie. I don't like the skeletons. I'm gonna just stay back a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then after that is Venancio.
You mentioned that whoever attacks it next has advantage on it, right? Is that
Yes,
okay?
because it's glowing. It's twinkling like little stars.
Excellent. I like the sound of that. So I'm gonna take my bonus action first. I'm gonna activate Crimson Rights, which I need to take 1d6 of damage first for that. I take 6 points of damage. Jesus, don't roll that high next time. So Right's gonna be in effect as long as I'm holding the weapon. I get an extra 1d6 of damage because of my Crimson Right, which is the Right of the Flame. So the extra damage is fire damage.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. So, and I will take aim at our Bone Claw with a sharpshooter penalty as well, since I have ye old hand crossbow. All right, let's see. Dice don't fail me now. Okay, thankfully I have advantage on that because that was an 8.
Mhm.
But a dirty 20 shall hit, shouldn't it?
It will, yeah. So was it a dirty 20 and then -5, or was it already minus?
It was already minus.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yes.
Or subtracted,
So-
rather. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, words, right? Okay, dirty 20 will hit.
Yes.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 5, so plus 10 for the penalty, so that's what, 15 points of damage already, plus 5 points, 20, plus 2 more d6, so 20 plus 4, 24, and it's 2d6 because the enemy is undead, correct?
That is correct. Yep.
That's 25 points of damage altogether for that first shot.
So, question: How much of that was physical?
All of
And-
it's magical. The crossbow,
Oh,
the
magical.
hand crossbow
You're good
is
then.
a +1.
Yeah. What is a total?
Well, 25 of that was the total, but as a rogue, I also have sneak attack. So can I add that extra d6 because I hit?
Oh God, yeah. Like, go for it. Yeah.
I told you you're gonna regret me doing this, man. And that, I swear to God, rolled a 6, so 31 points of damage for that first hit.
31. Okay. That works. Perfect.
I still have
I
another,
like that first hit.
because I have another one.
Go for it.
Thanks, D'Angelo, and we're gonna sharpshooter penalty on this one
Just
too.
gonna add a few more enemies to the next encounter. Like,
24 to hit.
24 does hit. Yep.
Okay, so I'm sorry, D'Angelo. 15 plus
You're good, you're good.
15 plus 2 is 17 plus the next 2d6. 17 plus 2 is 19 plus 5 is 24 next points of damage. So
24. Okay.
yes.
It is not looking good. This bone claw that was once intimidating now is missing a couple limbs and is screaming out in pain.
Go away.
All right, and I am going to, gosh, where should I move here? I'm just gonna move to the Gentle. Which side did you move to? You moved left, right?
To the left, yeah.
Then I will go to the right to kind of provide balance on our side, but I'm still gonna stay as far back as possible.
Yeah, I'll get some unique tokens. That way I can actually like name you guys. That way half of you isn't Ariana Grande and the other half isn't Taylor Lautner. So.
Dibs on Ariana Grande.
Yeah, dibs.
And,
There you go.
and my turn is over.
Okay, so after you, it's gonna go ahead and go to one of the skeletons. After being like hit in the head with its companion, it's gonna go ahead and try to strike at Morg with a actually solid rolls. 18 versus AC.
My AC is 18.
Okay, so meets it, beats it.
Yep.
It will be 8 points of damage, and you may need a tetanus shot as this broken sword stabs through your armor, and then gives you a new scar. Then it's gonna go to the next skeleton, which is gonna make its way over to Zora. Zora, they're gonna try to strike you with a dirty 20. Oh my god. Usually I roll terribly with digital dice, so.
Sheesh. I am so afraid.
So that'll deal 5 points of damage to you, Zora.
Okay.
And then after that is the Bone Claw finally, thankfully. Okay, so this Bone Claw roars in fury, and as it's going to go to... I'm just going to roll it. That's 1. So it's going to head over here to Gentle. As it's going to make its way over to you, and then I never actually read the stat block for this one. Hold on, let me see here really quick. If the Bone Claw is in dim light or darkness, each creature of the Bone Claw's choice within 5 feet must... Okay, we don't have to worry about that. Deadly Reach. In response to a visible enemy moving into its reach, Bone Claw makes 1 claw attack. Okay, so it's just like an opportunity attack. All right, then it's going to go ahead and head over to Gentle, and it's going to strike at you with a 16 versus AC.
That is my AC exactly, so it hits.
Okay. So meets it, beats it, and then that'll be 23 points of damage, piercing damage, as it reaches over to you with extreme swiftness, as like you're still like reloading your blunderbuss as you look up and see this creature just in your face and stabbing at you into the stomach. If the creature, if the target is a creature, the Bone Claw can pull the target up to 10 feet towards itself. The target is grappled. Bone Claw has 2 claws. Okay, and then it's gonna look. It has multi attack, so it's gonna look to Zora, and it's gonna go to. That's gonna be a 13. I'll say. Oh, it
Does it
is.
still get me?
What is your AC?
15.
15? No, we're gonna say you're good for now. I'm gonna use the hurt the homies a little bit later. So
Jeez.
it misses. After that, it goes to Skeleton D. So, oh, never mind. That one's dead. And then there we go. And then final one is gonna head over, shamble towards, but not getting to Venancio. And then after that, it's going to go ahead and go all the way back up to Gentle. So Gentle, you have this bone claw, like essentially in your face.
In my face. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do. They look down at their stomach, where the wound is, because okay, that's gonna scar a little bit. And they're gonna take a step back and then misty step 30 feet back.
Okay.
And then from there, I'm going to fire at this bone claw. And I'm gonna just do sharpshooter.
Sounds good.
So I rolled a nat 20.
Perfect.
So I am gonna be putting a maneuver attack on this, a maneuver die on it as well. It's gonna be a trip attack. So let me just roll everything first. Okay, so that is 40 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's to make a strength saving throw.
All right, 40 points. And is any of that magical, or is it all?
7 of that is magical.
7. Okay. So. All right. So that's. No, yeah, you're good. All right. So it's gonna go ahead and do a strength saving throw, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It got a 20, but it is destroyed. Now, you know. Actually, do you want to describe how you destroy this creature?
So I fire into this thing as I like almost immediately I disappear in a puff of smoke. I think it's very, very magician-esque. It doesn't look especially magical. It looks like I just threw a smoke bomb down and appeared somewhere else. And then immediately fire a shot into this head of this creature as it drops. And I think because rule number 2 is double tap, I'll fire again into his body, just to make sure, always have to double tap. One clean shot is all it takes to take down one of these creatures. So I was going to try and do that again. And then I just kind of like look down at my wound and goes, oh, I think it's probably a good thing we didn't wear the clothes. So we're going to go to the wedding for this. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm just going to second wind.
We didn't?
What, you did?
As you're like in your like Met Gala outfit.
Beautiful velvet pantsuit.
Exactly.
I thought you were just changing
my
up what you're
armor
wearing for
over it.
adventuring.
Yes, I brought others. I'm probably.
We can figure. We're probably the same size around. Well, you're like maybe an inch taller than me. I think you can wear mine if you want.
The sword really, really accentuates too, so it'll be fine. No one will even notice. They'll be impressed by the sword.
And you watch as this bone claw. Go ahead and make a nature check really quick, Gentle, and Zora if you'd like to. Yeah.
What kind of check?
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nature. Yeah. Oh wow. All right. Perfect.
So that is. I think I'm not very naturey.
I got
Yeah,
12.
0. So that's
12.
20.
Okay. Perfect. So, Gentle, you would know that the special thing about this creature is it actually, while its master is alive, a destroyed Bone Claw gains a new body in this case, it's going to be 9 hours with all of its hit points, and the new body appears within 1 mile of the Bone Claw's, master or creator and all that kind of stuff. So you see it like melt essentially into the ground like a Resident Evil like sort of a enemy and all that, and it's going to come back sometime. Whether it be to strike you guys down or just gonna leave you guys alone forever, you're unsure, but at least the biggest enemy here has been felled. Is there anything else you'd like to do at this time?
I mean, I have another attack if
Sure, if you like to. Yeah, go for it.
yeah, if are the skeletons still moving around, or are they like still attacking us?
They are, yeah.
Okay, in that case, I have used my bonus action. Yeah, they had 2 misty step, so I'm going to just shoot the one. Not the one on Zora. I'm gonna shoot the one on Morg actually.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sharpshooter this one. They have pretty low HP from what I could tell. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 will hit. Yep.
Okay, perfect. For that is 11 points of damage.
11 points. Two. Okay, good. It is still up, but just barely. As you shoot it, and it like hits the spine, as its upper half is still crawling towards Morg. Yeah.
Sorry, I tried to finish it off, but I think you can do the rest, Morg.
And then after you, it's gonna go ahead and go to. Oh, is that for you?
Yes, that's it for me.
Okay. Skeleton A is dead, so Zora, it is your turn.
Is the one? There are two Ariana Grandes. Is that the one that I am?
Correct. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get the one that's right next to me. I think I wanna like strike it first, and then try to like kick it as my second attack.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so the first one, the actual like sweep or stab is an 11, and then the second one's gonna be a 20, dirty 20.
11 and then 20. 11 will not hit, but the 20 will hit.
Cool. So that's gonna be 5 points of damage.
5 points. Okay.
Yeah.
And then let me see here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And you do it as you jump off like a limb, as it goes to like strike you with the sort of a hatchet, and you just swipe at it and then take that off. And do you have a second attack?
Yeah, so I like follow up with another kind of bludgeon attack with the back end of my glaive. That is gonna be 25.
25? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 will absolutely hit.
And then that's 5 points of damage again.
5 points? Okay. It's barely up at this point, as it's still like clattering its sort of teeth to you and trying its best to reach out to you. Its arms are gone, so now it's just trying to bite at you, essentially, at this point. And then
I
anything
just
else?
kind of roll my eyes and like duck out of the way,
Just
waiting for
sidestep
like
it.
my next.
Yeah. And then after that, it is Morg.
Why, hello. Great. I am going to. I've still got 1, 2, 3 on my right. It looks like.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, great. I am going to twin spell some firebolts.
Okay, good.
Okay. The first one is a 17 to hit,
So, yep, absolutely.
and the second one is a 21 to hit.
21. Yep, perfect.
Great. That is 15 points of damage on the first bolt, which goes towards one of them, and it's a twin spell, so they go in different directions. The second one is 8 points of damage in another direction.
8 points
And
damage.
I'm going to be smart, and I am going to save some of my meta magic, even though I don't want to.
You don't have to do that. Go ahead and be. Yeah.
It just feels like we might just have gotten started. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah.
We may or may not
this
have
is-
just gotten started. And then I think that I will cast I can't smite on that, so I'm just going to leave it there. I have like all kinds of things, but I think if there's any of them that are like actively in pursuit in any of the friends, I'll just throw a compelled duel on a skeleton and be like, come.
Perfect. And then this one is also almost dead. There we go. And then perfect. So after you, it's gonna go ahead and go to they're dead. And it's gonna go to May.
Okay, so the one furthest north past Morg is like untouched, and then the other one is nearly dead. You said?
Correct. Yeah, this one with the red mark is
Yeah.
almost gone. Yeah.
Okay. I think, and we don't. I'm just gonna peek ahead. We don't see any more like crawling out of the ground, actively, right? Just
Correct. Yep. I mean,
Okay.
the description for this area is that there are things moving like around you, and you're literally on top of corpses but they're not fully formed yet, and they're not sentient enough to attack you yet. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then May is going to kind of bolt forward and be like, "Oh, I hate doing this," and excuse me, Mort. Sorry, and is going to run up right next to right in front of the one that's fully healed and say, "Hi, I wish I could say it's nice to meet you, but and then she's going to cast Word of Radiance, so they're going to need to make a con save of 15.
Oof. Okay. They got a dirty 20.
Oh, this is really bad. Now I'm just standing here next to that because this doesn't do half damage. So, oops, that didn't work.
You
That's
try.
okay. Better next time, May.
You do all have rerolls, so if you want to burn your reroll to be able to do that. No? Are you sure?
Actually, no, can I make a reaction to that of silvery barbs on their safe?
Sure.
No, do it again.
So
And then
reroll.
you get advantage on your next roll, May.
Thank you.
The new one is going to be 18.
Well, you still get the advantage.
I
It's worth a
appreciate
shot.
No, that's really great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you want, the +3 in the pool can be used for a -3, so you can reduce it. I don't know what your DC is for them.
15. So I
It's-
think you're still safe.
15, yeah.
Oh,
It
is it
was still
15?
safe,
Okay.
yeah, not worth it.
You can use
Yeah.
2 of them if you want to.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, no.
We don't appreciate the bad influences, man.
What?
Any
That's
DM tells us to do
fine.
it. I don't really want to do it. You know?
just,
I'm trying to help the
you know,
homies,
so-
you know?
She just runs up and like you watch as like light pours out of her, and then she's like, "Oh, nothing happened," and he'll just pull out a sickle, just be like, "Okay, I guess this now," and that's my turn.
Okay. And Venancio?
Okay, so I still have that one that's almost dead right next to me, right?
Correct. Barely hanging on by a thread.
We're gonna take a regular shot, no penalty on this one. First shot, 22 to hit.
Yep, absolutely hits.
Okay, God, what was the math on this? I don't remember math without sharpshooter. Okay. Oh, it's actually 3d6 plus 5 because of the right and they're undead. So let's just do that. 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 2 is 16 points of damage.
16. Yep. Yeah, that's overkill. They're Dragon Ball Z like evaporated or
Nice. I dig it. Okay. So that one is evaporated. On that note, I'm going to move a little bit forward to get within range of the one that May is currently engaged with. May, you're within 5 feet of this skeleton, right?
Yeah, I ran right up to him.
You're
My
right.
spell is within 5 feet, so.
Yeah, D'Angelo.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be fully within 5 feet, D'Angelo. I'm still gonna
Okay.
maintain distance. Yeah, but I'm gonna take that second. I'm gonna take a second attack on this one. This time with a sharpshooter penalty because why not? Ooh, 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right, so God, what's the math again? 10 plus 5, 15, and then oh gosh, so it's 15 plus 3d6. 15 plus 8, 23 plus 5 is 28. Oh, the sneak attack. That's right. One more d6. Another 6. God, what was the math now?
Is it
30
more than 13?
Yes.
Yeah, you win.
Can I-
Do you want to describe how you would destroy it?
I'm going to take that one shot, and as I point the hand crossbow at the skeleton, I'm just going to utter the word delete as I shoot the crossbow bolt, and the crossbow bolt lands right in the head of the skeleton, and however that bolt hits, let's just make it explode the head.
Perfect.
Just viscera everywhere.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little splatter. Good job.
There's like already gore over you guys.
You have a moment.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, thank you. I did a dumb thing. I appreciate.
That's all right. And then, gosh, D'Angelo, am I in range of the last skeleton that's there?
What is your we'll say yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Bonus action. Taking the last shot. Sharpshooter penalty and then at 20.
Net 20? Alright. Don't even roll. It's
I was
got
gonna
like
be
2
like,
HP.
Oh, okay. So as I hit that final shot, I'm gonna run right up to May and be like, "I'm so sorry. I have wet wipes here. I have wet wipes here. Are you here? Can I hand you some?"
Thank you. No, that was great. Thank you. And start
Nice.
kind of.
If we're out of initiative, I'll just start prestidigitating. Oh, sorry. Let me
Is
get
it
that.
like-
Thank you.
You just hear like hair dryer like
A little tail is swishing behind her.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't want to make a scene. Thank you. That's all very nice. We should probably go. So,
Yeah.
there's.
Let's do
That,
this.
the bone claw is gonna be back in about 9 hours. So if
Oh.
we, yeah,
I hope
so
I'm not still here in 9 hours, but yeah, we should go.
Good work, everybody.
yeah, that'll
As
be
you-
pretty good.
look over and you can see that there's a sea of undead that's like starting to rise now, and every moment that passes the situation gets a little bit worse. But you seasoned adventurers, this is not anything new to you. You know this land as you grew up here and everything, so you begin to make your way forward. As you do so, you know that normally there's like 2 ways to go through here to get to New Orkland Shiresburg. As you know that there is the high road and the low road. Now, the high road is usually the safest and the quickest and all that kind of stuff. That is, least challenging. But at this time, you don't see that. You see like an undead giant that's there, as well as like, a couple of zombie beholders and all this sort of stuff that's kind of plaguing it. So you look to the low road and it looks pretty attractive. The only problem is that you remember that there is a hag by the name of Andrew. What was a name of a girl you didn't like in high school?
Oh my
Oh.
god.
What? There wasn't anybody in high school I didn't like.
That's a lie.
I swear, I can't think of a name. I'm just gonna go with Rachel.
Rachel. Okay, so you know that there is a hag in this like low road called Rachel, who's like, she's pretty chill. She's pretty cool. She doesn't really murder anyone or anything like that. That's why you haven't like dealt with her. But she loves riddles and will not let you pass unless you answer her riddles. And you kind of moan and you groan as you realize that it's probably going to be a swifter time to go through. If you had more time, you'd probably choose the death and gore over the riddles. But like in this case, the riddles seem to be the fastest way. And even if you fail, you just know she curses you. It's not that big of a deal.
Just a little
Anyone have
curse.
remove curse?
No.
Okay.
Do curses stack? Because I kind of already have a curse on me. Almost like a
They
more
do,
half
yep.
curse.
That makes 2
Okay,
of
they
us.
still stack. Okay.
And then perfect. So you look to the low road as you see the crossroads. And you're like, all right, time to go to the low road. And then, sure enough, as you're walking through this forest, you see that there's not really many undead here. There's a fine line for the corpses and this area, as it seems like there's vegetation. There's a lot of mushrooms. It's kind of touched by the Feywild a little bit, and it's seemingly protected from the undead here. But sure enough, as you get like a couple minutes in here, you hear the sounds of cackling as like Rochelle's voice echoes throughout this forest as she goes, I know you must get past me in order to accomplish your quest, but in order to do so you must answer riddles 3. As like you see from behind a tree she appears, and she's like, oh, the Crimson Hand, I remember you guys, as she like takes some time.
You've heard of us? Oh, hi.
She's like, absolutely, like you guys solved my riddles way back in the day when you were like a young little adventurer. So it's good to see you here. As,
Oh, it has been a while, actually. Yeah.
We're
It was
actually
good.
heading to a special occasion.
as she pulls out from her like handle, like, oh, you guys got invited too. As she like pulls out a wedding invitation.
Okay, now here's the question: Are you just a guest, or is there also a sibling?
No, it's just a guest. I wish one of my siblings. You
okay.
guys are lucky. Oh my god.
Lucky?
I'm not quite sure how we feel about that.
I'm happy my sister found love, but I mean, I won't say I wouldn't have preferred it to be anyone else.
Like,
I'm still not sure what's happening. Again, they're not all on the invites. Why didn't we get one invite with all of their names? We would have celebrated
Yeah.
all of their wonderful marriages.
they're like, oh, I know those answers. But in order to get that, you have to answer my riddles 3. As
I mean, that's fair.
cracks her knuckles
Okay.
and looks to you guys and goes, "Who would like to try?" Oh, actually, well, to make this easier, now these are riddles picked specifically for children and also for young adults because
Stop shaming us.
Are you literally
Free
playing?
shaming us.
Are you
Setting it up.
playing? Are you smarter than a fifth grader with us right now?
Yes.
No,
Ew.
what? You're fine. Some of these would have stumped me, honestly, but if I had enough time. So, all right. So she looks to you and she goes, "All right, riddle number 1. What has to be broken before you can use it?" She's like, "Eh?" And you have 3 guesses for each riddle.
Broken before you can use it.
I know the answer, but it doesn't exist in this world yet, I don't think.
I mean, I think I have an answer, but also,
Please.
yeah.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
What has to be broken before you use it? Well, don't you break an egg so that you can get into it? You have to break the egg before you can use it?
You hear a ding as she's like, "That's correct." As she goes, "Oh, you're
I was
good."
gonna say a glow stick.
I knew you were going to say glow stick too.
She's like, "Wrong, it's glow stick." So, okay. So she looks at you
Very
and goes
smart,
like,
Zora. Good job.
"That was a warm-up, but you'll never guess this one. I'm tall when I'm young. I'm short when I'm old. What am I?" As she,
Oh, a candle.
ah, shit. As she like, she reviews her notes and it's like, "Damn it." And then she goes,
I remember this one.
I think Gentle's heard this one before.
I was like, "All right, wait a second, hold on, let me see." As she pulls out like,
Gentle reads a lot of magazines for moms for how to make their young children smart. So
as she looks at her hard hard notes and everything, she's like, "All right, what goes up but never comes down?"
Age.
Damn it! As she like scratches it out.
I'm so glad you're here, Gentle. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't do riddles.
Oh yeah, I do riddles and puzzles for fun. Actually, that reminds me, I need to do today's Sudoku, and I'm gonna pull out a newspaper from the fanny bag.
Oh, you did it! Nice.
Nice.
Who's
So-
Sudoku?
There it is.
We'll explain later.
Okay.
Even chat's like, "Hey!" Okay, perfect. So, perfect. So, because you guys were able to answer, oh my god, you got all 3 of them. Okay. So, 2 things. Number 1. So, Morg and Zora, go ahead and choose a number 1 through 10.
8.
8.
3.
Okay. You see from her little like chest that she gives to you and all that kind of stuff for your prize, one of which is a headband of intellect. You see, it looks pretty dope. And the other one is a broom of flying. As yeah, they give to you. So
That is cool.
I offered Zora to pick first.
I mean, I feel like you're much smaller than me, so it'd make more sense for you to be flying around. It would be really stupid to see me fucking flying through the air like a fucking, I don't know.
I think that would
a
look cool
blimp.
as hell, and it looks like it excited you. Now I want to see it.
Right? I'm kind of in agreement with that. That would be really
Yeah.
cool.
Do you think I could do it?
Absolutely.
Of
100%. I'd love
Only
to
one we
see it.
can
It'd be a
find out.
spectacle. How
I'm
else
sure
would-
you will. Guidance.
We should
Alright,
work
alright.
out like a really cool entrance to the wedding. It'll be simultaneously intimidating and beautiful. There'll be fireworks, flashes of it, a giant, flying, beautiful, green, absolutely stacked orc. Come on.
I'm into
Steal the
this
day
idea.
from the
Helping the
special
stars,
bride and
yes.
brooms and all the people.
Yeah.
But if you guys think it's gonna be good, then
I think
I
I'm
love
actually a
it.
fan of it.
And I've never
I
been
grab
smart
it.
before. And I'll grab the headband.
perfect. So, and these are items in D&D Beyond, so you can always add it to your character sheet. The headband of intellect, and then the broom of flying. She answers you as she like seems disappointed and goes like, "Were they at least challenging? Because I feel like they were good ones. I don't know."
It was very tough. It just like I said, Drac has read a lot of magazines and like is really passionate about education. So
All
yeah,
of these
that's-
riddles were actually in last year's, like I think December's issues of riddles.
So what I. It's like, "Oh, my secrets," as she like moves her foot behind a tree, and you see the stacks of like magazines and all that. Let me see here. Okay, and then so she goes like, "All right, so what questions do you have about what's going on?" As she like takes out a spliff and lights it and begins to smoke, and then just waits. for
What do you know
guys.
about Morgana?
So she goes like, well, I mean, she's a notorious warlord. She's like been around for a while and made a name for herself.
Good for her.
She's pretty powerful woman. I respect that.
What do you know that's not on the poster?
She goes, well, from what I understand, after all these victories and all these conquests, the only thing she's never been able to accomplish is true love. So now she's going around and just finding people and going on speed dates, and whoever she likes, she marries, and whoever accepts the marriage, their family gets tons of money and tons of stuff. It's kind of like a sugar mama situation.
This is starting to sound significantly less dubious and
Yeah.
much cooler.
Like,
She's marrying several people at once.
she's like, yep, just seeing if there's any of them that are her true love match, but she can't stay in any one place for a long time because there's bounty hunters and the law and all that sort of stuff. So she'll probably be out of here soon.
Does she take like her brides and stuff with her when she leaves, or does she
Like,
just leave them there?
She does, yeah. She has a
She has a traveling harem,
harem. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
and no one's caught her yet.
Nope, no one. Well, they've tried, but they either join her, get married to her, or die. So
I don't know, you guys. She sound like a formidable opponent.
Okay, that last part went back into the concerning area. Like, we were doing so well, and I was like, okay, a
Yeah.
little sugar mama situation. Yeah, we can fuck with that. And then you said the part about they either marry her or she kills them, and now it's starting to sound like maybe we don't know if they want to marry her.
What if
Yeah,
she
do
wants
you
to marry
know if
us?
it's-
Well, it's
mean-
either that or she kills us, I guess.
Yeah, from the sound of it.
I'm not particularly interested in marriage right now. I've kind of got a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm
It's good to
really
keep your
ready
options
for
open.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been traveling together and we're having such a great time. I'm not trying to break the group up right now to get married.
No.
I mean, if we
I-
all married the same person, I get, but then it's still like that doesn't solve anything, does it?
Yeah, and I also kind of feel like we're just obligated not to marry a warlord, especially with our line of work. Well, I guess we're kind of more sellswords and heroes. I guess whoever pays better is usually where we go with.
It does sound like she pays very well. She was described as
Yeah.
a sugar mama.
But I mean, we'd also get paid really well if we just like stopped her from doing all of this and got the bounty.
All right, let's behead her.
Well,
that's
before we
not
do,
fair.
Good team. Yeah.
before we do, Rochelle, do you know if the brides and grooms are given consent to this marriage, or is it kind of just whatever Morgana wants happens?
She's like, well, I think so. I'm pretty sure a contract's involved, but you don't really want to turn down a warlord, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. There's a whole power balance thing going
Yeah.
on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That seems dangerous to say no.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I'm with Morg. I think a beheading, proper beheading, would be good. Personally.
Yeah, I think beheading might be the way to go with this.
Perfect. So
I mean, we could also just like talk to her and turn her in, and then someone else could do the behead. Whatever you, I'll go with the group.
Venantia's gonna look at me and just say, "Delete."
So at this time, you guys are like in this sort of like small section of this enchanted forest that Rochelle like occupies and all that kind of stuff. And this is where we're going to go ahead and take our 10-minute break because you know the road before you is going to lead you to the catacombs that have very like pretty terrible aqueducts, but that's the quickest way to get into town to bypass everything. But it should be a very hard trek because the last time you were here, you guys almost died. You had like 2 other members of your group, and they passed away in these catacombs. So you're gonna see if you can do it now. So
Rest in peace, Jonathan and Jeffrey.
Jonathan, exactly. How'd you know? So at this time, we're gonna take our 10-minute break. Thank you guys again so much for being here. If you're enjoying the stream, feel free to donate, and you can influence the game in various ways. The Hurt the Homies is coming up very, very soon, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon. overlay. And yep, everything looks good. And they can now hear us. Hey everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back from the short break and everything. If you're just coming in, we are raising money for RAIN, a wonderful organization that helps those in need. And you can donate to influence the game in various ways. One of the donations by Alonzo is going to come into play very, very soon. If anyone else would like to go ahead and help out, there is the actual link, and here is our wonderful cast. What we're going to do is we're going to have everyone go around the room and introduce where they can be found, just really quick, so that way everyone knows who's who. And a little bit about your character. That way they get a brief description of both you and your character. And we're going to start off by heading over to Andrew J. Landy.
You had to put me on the top, didn't you? Okay. What's up, everybody? Andrew J. Landy here, also known as Duralath. You can find me Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter at Andrew J. Landy. Yes, I did change my Twitch name. A little bit about my character, Venancio. Venancio, a Filipino name that means hunter. He's a blood hunter with a little dip in rogue, which explains a lot of the shenanigans that I've been pulling off in this thing here. He's also kind of a clean freak, and as you can tell, really doesn't like to get dirty, hence why he's staying away. But above all, he does care deeply about his teammates and wants to make sure that none of them get any of that goop on them, and they all survive.
Perfect. And then head over to Drac.
Hi, I'm Drac or Draconics. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. It's DRAKONIQES. I stream all over the place. I do TTRPG stuff. I produce, write, play. So honestly, just following me on Twitter to figure out what I'm doing at any given moment is probably the best thing you can do. I'm playing Gentle. He's he, they pronouns, like me. And they are the, I guess, like helicopter parent of the group, kind of the mom.
And Riddlemaster, apparently.
Yeah. They have like a fanny pack with all of the essentials that you need. And yeah, they have a blunderbuss at their side and a sword that they have yet to use at this point. But yeah, there's a bit more to them than the audience knows. The group would know that he's a shifter, so he's part werewolf. So when shit goes down, he will shift if need be. But right now, he hasn't needed to.
Perfect. And then Sage.
Hi, I'm Sage Ryan, and I am playing Morg. We both use any pronouns, and Morg is a Fallen Aasimar Paladin Sorcerer subclass, and she is a big fan of the undead and terrified of the skies and loves her parents very, very much and misses them dearly every day, and just wants to go out and chop heads and make mom proud.
Perfect. And then Candace.
Hi, I'm Candace, also known as, I guess, Candace Magnificent or That Candace Girl. You can find me on Twitter at That Candace Girl, Candace Magnificent, everywhere else. I am playing Zora Bloodfang. My pronouns are they, she. Zora's are she, her. Zora is a half-orc barbarian who is 6'2", green skin, copper, kind of kinky curly hair, kind of braided back into like a long, like braided mohawk. And she's just kind of a ditz. She just lives for hanging out with her friends, showing off her muscles, and kind of just going wherever she's needed. She loves ass kicking, so looking forward to more of that.
Perfect. And then Kate.
Hey, I am Kate Purcell. You can find me across the internet at KDamFear and every other Wednesday at the Emergency Power Podcast. I use she, they pronouns, and my character, May the Sway, better known as May, at least looks like a tiefling, a little blue with dark blue skin and white freckles everywhere, horns, and she is a Circle of the Stars druid with a magic initiate little clerical boost in there, and would love to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Celestian if you have the time. And she's just really a big support character, really just wants to help everyone out, and it's just a little bit nervous, but that's okay. We can just keep going. That's good.
You've like Rochelle Pamphlet as a.
Yeah, I mean, he's really, really great. Like,
Perfect. So in this time, you just successfully completed a mission. You got a bundle of mail. In that bundle of mail, you found that there were wedding invitations to each one of you that indicated that your sibling was actually getting married to Morgana Castillo, which was a is a very notorious warlord known for huge accomplishments, from sacking entire kingdoms and overthrowing governments and all that sort of stuff, with an actual literal like army of rebels kind of at her beck and call. Now, very concerned by this, you found that the time of the wedding was actually coming upon you, about like 72 hours essentially. So you immediately got your gear, finished eating your tacos, and then rushed out to call in favors to get you teleported from one place to another, to get it hitch a ride with the pirate crew to be able to go over to a certain area. But then there was one area that you just could not bypass, and you had to go physically through it, which was this land of the damned, essentially, where the Violet Moon, when it actually happens, you see that necromancy fills the entire area and the dead begin to rise. And you guys know this. You've been through here before when you're a lot younger and everything like that. But you're like, okay, we got to go back and do this kind of stuff. So you're able to get past the point of no return and encounter a bone claw and a bunch of skeletons that whoop them way faster than I anticipated. And then after that, you guys knew that there was a high road and the low road. The high road was occupied with all these sort of creatures and monsters and foul beings. But
you would never take the high road.
Exactly, yeah. Low road for day, ever. And then, so you decided to take the low road, where you knew that there was an enchanted, Fey Touch sort of forest where Rochelle the hag actually resided, who loves riddles. And she stopped you from proceeding to be able to give you riddles 3, and you solved them super fast. And she gave you, gifts to show her appreciation and prize for participating in this sort of situation. And also informed you that your siblings were approached with this betrothal, essentially, like many others have, as this Morgana Castillo is looking to find love. And if she can't find love, at least she can start her own harem and be a sugar mama for all of them and all that kind of stuff. But whether or not they were under duress when they signed the contract to agree to be married to her is something that's up for debate and up to concern. So continue forward with the mission. Doubling down on your concern and want to protect your siblings, you've decided to proceed forward. Now, you know that if you wanted to just go through the entire Undead, you absolutely could, but it would probably take quite a bit of time to make your way all the way there. So you know that the quickest method and route would be the catacombs that lie into this sunken sort of previous kingdom that is now just destroyed, and there's aqueducts that lead you underground, where a lot of undead usually are, but at least there's a lot less, and it's a more direct route into New Orleans Shiresburg, that is your hometown. And at this time, you have left this enchanted forest. Unless there's anything you'd like to say to Rochelle before you leave.
Love what you've done with the forest.
She's like, oh, thank you.
And I go to my fanny pack and pull out another container of brownies and goes, here you go.
It's like it's a bag of holding. It's just a fanny pack of holding.
I think it's a fanny pack of brownies.
There you go. Yeah.
Just specifically brownies.
Perfect. So you pull out these brownies and hand it to her. Like, oh my god, thank you. As she really appreciates, kind gesture. As she hands you also brownies, but she's like, these are special brownies. As she gives you an obnoxious wink, and then goes enjoy.
High school.
And then you take your leave from this place, and you see that there's a clear distinction between this Fey touched sort of woodland area and these just sea of corpses that are beginning to rise more and more. So as you're going through here, you are probably going to need to make a stealth check to be able to kind of keep yourselves low and hidden to avoid alerting any of these undead, so you can quickly get to the catacombs. Unless there's some other method or way you'd like to go.
Stealth makes sense. I want to go stealth.
19.
19?
I
Okay.
also rolled a 19.
You're the knight? No problem at all? Yeah.
28.
Well,
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
well, I rolled a nat 1.
Uh-oh.
I like
But I
it.
think that also kind of makes sense, because I also think getting nervous about going into the catacombs, I entered my wild shaped into my starry archer form.
Yeah.
So there's twinkling lights on me. So
It's like Sailor Moon as you stop and twirl and sparkle.
Was it athletics?
Stealth. unless you want to do athletics just to like sprints, like they're hard and fast.
Yeah, I'm not super good at being stealthy. I am wearing pretty heavy armor.
Like,
I've already blown our cover
So,
too.
yeah, rather than rolling at a disadvantage with a +0, I'm gonna go for athletics, and I'm just gonna charge in, knowing I can't be stealthy, and trying not to bring attention to everybody else by trying to sneak alongside them.
previously, you would have done that, but now you have the headband of intellect in your big brain as a
Which gives me a 13.
13. Okay, so with the 13. Actually, you're level 7. No, you fail. Unless you don't want to reroll.
Yeah, I'll take a reroll.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah,
It's a charity game. That's way better.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can I guidance you as you run by?
Thank you very much. What's guidance?
1d4.
It's so good. It's gonna be
I
great.
just watch you take off. I'm like,
That's a 23.
20. Yeah, that's way different. So you have your Nikes on. You tie them. You pump them up, and then you like book it as yeah. Everyone else is like stealthing. You know, they have their whole like gully suit on with all the like.
Navigating
Brush.
everything is easier when you're smart. This is wild.
As you make your way.
Forgot rule 29, the buddy system. We have to have each other's backs.
Exactly. There you go.
Faster.
Meanwhile, Kay, did you need to? Did you use a reroll, or you're gonna keep that natural one?
I'm down for a nat 1. Let's see
Yeah.
what bites me in the tail.
Perfect. So with that nat 1, you attract the attention of Deathlocks as they like hear you like snap a branch or like slip and go like whoa, or they just see your Sailor Moon transformation and all that kind of stuff.
I'm twinkling, and my little hoovesies are like click, 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 click.
And unlike the show, they don't wait for your transformation to finish before attacking you, as they just like
Oh, I'm
immediately.
twinkling for 3 hours. So
Yeah. So does a 17 to AC hit you?
oh, definitely yes.
Okay. Then okay, it's not that much. You're gonna take 7 points of damage on necrotic.
I am resistant, so I'll take.
Okay, 3. Yep. So you'll take 3. Perfect. So you run over as you like catch up with your companions and all that kind of stuff, and you find yourselves in the mouth of this catacomb. Now you know that it's very like very wet, kind of slimy and all that kind of stuff, and there's a sort of like in the aqueducts there's water that's sort of still going through, but it's all very sludgy, very thick and green and sort of like gross, and you ever so often see the limbs and the of undead creatures that are stuck in there trying to grasp out, but they just can't, you know, so it's kind of like a non-issue. But sure enough, you make your way sort of through this area. It is pitch black dark in here, so how many people here have dark vision? I know one doesn't.
Dark vision.
That
I'm
being
good.
that being
Cast
said,
light if you need it.
that being said, because of the Crimson Right that I have, which is Right of the Dawn, my weapon is actually a source of light, which goes out 20 feet.
Oh, good. So you like turn on your flashlight mode as you're like.
I'm pointing the crossbow out, and it's a light.
Perfect. And-
I'll reach in and kind of, knowing human eyes, I'll reach in and tap the little star in my lantern, and it starts glowing as well. So
Good.
There's 2 points of 20 feet of light.
So all of you can see this area around you. Now you can see that in this area, it like looks just as grimy and just as like disgusting as previous areas. However, at a certain point, it begins to alleviate, and it's like, oh, this area is like kind of cleaner than the rest of it, and all that kind of stuff. And then suddenly it gets to the point where it's just completely spotless. It looks like just like it was when it was first like built, and it's very ornate. You can see the designs there and all that kind of stuff. And the other thing you notice is that there are no undead around, like at all. They're just completely just not there. There's clearly dead bodies at a certain point, but it all stops right when it gets clean. And yeah, so are there any checks you'd like to make or anything you'd like to do at this time?
I look over at Venancio and I say, "This is your kind of place.
I
Spotless."
am living for this right now. I lived with somebody before that was just a complete and utter slob, and you cannot imagine. I need to know, like, do I want to leave this place? Because this is really nice. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna just take this in for now.
I love
I
this
do like
fear,
that.
but also, why is it so clean?
You know what? Maybe somebody has good taste. You know, like it's nice. Like a clean home is a happy home. That's what they say, right? That's what they say.
I just look at the rest of the party like,
Just do a little survival check. Just like
Sure,
try and
go for it.
figure out what would be so clean.
While you walk around and do that, I'll throw up a detect good and evil.
That's an 18 plus 6. So
18 plus 6.
24.
Let me see. You don't really notice much. You do notice that you can definitely sense some, like, okay, there's definitely some evil beings on the surface, but there's nothing around here really that you sense or feel with your detect good and evil. And then May, you use your survival check. So with your survival check, you look around to this area, and you kind of see that, like, as you move the light backwards and forwards, there's something that's like catching the light a little bit. Not only that, but at the same time, you're hearing the sounds of droplets kind of like fall into the actual like water. As you see that there is like a sort of sword that one of the undead is kind of like waving around, and this like droplet of liquid of some kind hits the actual blade, and you immediately see it rust and sort of disintegrate. As you see these like you look to the ceiling, and there's these pockets and holes of these like objects that's like catching the light, and as it's growing larger and larger and larger, and it's essentially seeping from the cracks in the ceiling and like drooling down. Yeah.
I think it's clean because of like an acid or a digestive juice or something really, really, really bad. I don't think this is a clean you want to be in. And I kind of point up, and I'll raise my staff with the light.
You're all made aware. This area is probably about, I would say, 30 feet tall, and then like about 20-25 feet wide.
I guess we should just move through here quickly then. We probably don't want to get any of this on us. That might explain why there are no undead here. They were all dissolved or
If it's
digested.
strong enough to rust metal like that sword, probably gonna rust us easy.
Yeah, I don't like it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
I have a question. Can
Go
I
for it.
just like send my broom for you so that nobody has to like touch anything and just fly it through without?
You can get on it, and then you could do it if you'd like to. You're like, peace, as you just like zoom out of here, and then.
But I want to get to the other side because
Uh-huh.
my broom can go. I can command my broom to like go wherever I want and then return to me. So
Okay.
if I can, I'd like to try and like bring my homies
With
through
you,
this
like one by one.
gross, like
So
acid tunnel.
in this time, what
And not the
happens
fun kind.
is that you get onto your broom, and then you want to be the first one, right, to like get through this.
I mean, I don't want to be the first one to get through it,
Is that
but I will go if it's necessary.
Sure. So as you're like, I'll scout ahead or whatever, I'll test it out. As you get onto your broom and you begin to fly through, and as you begin to make progress, you see that more and more droplets are dropping from the ceiling, and they're getting thicker and more prominent and all that kind of stuff. And suddenly huge glops of this stuff kind of like fall and then form together into these sentient sort of ooze-like creatures. As yeah. And so you're probably like 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet away from your group as you're still walking through here, realizing that like, oh shit, something's happening here. Do you want to turn around or do you want to keep going?
Oh no, I go back.
Okay. You like turn around and then yeah, head back over. Perfect.
So there's like, maybe close your eyes, Venancio. So, gentle. I think maybe you can
Yes.
reason with this thing. There's like creatures made of the gook everywhere.
Oh. Oh.
What?
Well,
You might be nice to him.
well, I'm more than happy to try.
Yeah, I land and I kind of step back.
Sure.
And just like try to comfort them.
Okay, perfect. And yeah, so you see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prominent of these ooze sort of creatures. All of them are like midnight black, essentially. So one thing I want to point out is that Sage, I don't know if you remember, but the first time we met was like in 2021 on a D&D Beyond stream, specifically
Yes.
about oozes. And then
Absolutely.
yeah, I had mentioned this like I like the black puddings and because of blah blah blah, and you're like, wow, I want to play with you one day, and it's like, all right, well I gotta whip this out, and now now you're gonna have to face this situation.
Disgusting.
Angelo
I'm
has a
sorry I
long
did this to
memory.
us, everyone. My bad.
This
Yeah.
is something else terrible.
You couldn't
I didn't
have
mean it
known.
like that. I meant
So-
I wanted to be friends with it.
Yeah, friends. That deal already happened. So, at this time, all of you will roll initiative in this situation. As all around you, seeping from all these cracks, are falling and forming around you as you gather together for shelter and trying to dodge the ceiling, essentially. And then, starting with Zora, what did you get for your initiative?
Rolling like trash, so I got an 8.
8. Love to see it. And May?
6.
Awesome. Perfect. Venancio?
5.
Oh, perfect. I love this.
Y'all, this is not okay.
That's not happy. Not happy.
TPK.
Earbud keeps slipping out. What's the roll modifier?
Initiative?
Oh, it's not initiative. Great. Fight. Okay. Oh wait, I have advantage.
Did you,
8.
did you say you're gonna get 4? Oh my god. Okay.
It was a 4, and then I rolled with advantage because I still have a +0 to initiative. I'm a paladin. I'm not fast. But now it's an 8. I doubled it to still bad.
Love to see it. And
Not
then
one of us has
Gentle.
rolled double digits yet.
I rolled double digits. I rolled a 19.
Nice.
There we
Ooh.
go.
Nice.
Okay, okay.
One of us knows what we're doing.
You
Right.
go be kind to that
Look,
ooze.
it's getting dirty in here. I don't like it.
So, Gentle, you are up first as you see that there are 5 of these beings, one of which is way larger than the others. But the others are not to be, taken for granted. Yeah.
What do I know about? Do I know anything about these creatures? Because we grew up in this town, so I assume these things were here even before. right?
Yeah,
Did
so
we
go ahead
hear
and make
about them?
a nature roll.
Okay. That is a 19 again. A 19.
19?
Anything to my nature, so.
Okay, so with the 19, you recognize that these are black oozes. What you know about them is that they are, as you can see, that they can go into any sort of form they need to slip into cracks in the walls and what have you. They also have a corrosive form. A creature that touches the pudding or hits it with a melee attack takes acid damage. Any non-magical weapon made of metal or wood corrodes. After dealing damage, the weapon takes a permanent and cumulative -1 penalty to damage rolls. If the penalty drops to -5, the weapon is completely destroyed. Non-magical ammunition made of metal or wood that hits it is destroyed after dealing damage. And then the pudding can eat through 2-inch thick non-magical wood, and if you hit it, it can split into smaller portions of itself. Yeah.
Okay. Do I know if it understands language?
With the -5 to intelligence, I would say no.
No. Okay. Okay, so I think, knowing that it doesn't understand language, I am going to walk up to. Well, not even walk up to. I'm going to stay where I am,
Okay.
and I'm use my bonus action to shift, as this little scrawny 5'2" being suddenly. It's honestly very horror-esque. It's very just gross. You can hear bones snapping and shifting as they grow in size, go from 5'2" to about 6'3", just huge, bulking, not quite a werewolf, but the in-between form of a werewolf. They haven't quite fully. They're only werewolf on their dad's side, so only
You
partially.
just have a thick mustache and that's it.
So in that midway point in the classic transformation, and they're going to just roar as loud as they can, and I want to do an intimidation check to try and scare off these oozes.
Go for it.
And I'm going to use commanding presence, a maneuver called commanding presence, to add to my intimidation. So I get to roll a d6 on top of that. That is intimidation. Oh, okay, my intimidation not great, but that is a 23.
23. Okay. we're gonna say that one of the oozes does end up fleeing and leaves combat entirely. As
Okay.
the rest commit.
Okay. Sounds good. I guess that's the end of my turn then.
Okay, there we go. And perfect. So after you, it's going to go to now. Just want to point out these black puddings have a -3 to initiative, and they all rolled higher than you guys. So,
Sure, make me feel bad.
yeah, right.
Rub it in.
Shameful.
Let me go ahead and get their green dots so you know who's been hurt and who has not. And the first one is going to make its way over to Morg as it goes, and it is going to try to strike you
Try. I'm too smart to hit.
with the 21.
No, I'm not.
It's like, wah. And then, okay. So then you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning, and then you're going to take 17 points of acid damage, just in case you have any resistances. In addition, non-magical armor worn by the target is partially dissolved and takes a permanent and a cumulative -1 penalty to AC it offers. So
Oh.
you have -1 AC. It does not have multi-attack, so it will go on to the next one, which is this one. Oh, it has to travel so far. It has 20 movement speed, so that is right there. Okay, so it's gonna head over, and then after that is the Elder Black Pudding. So this very large black pudding creature is gonna make its way over to Van. And it is going to try to strike you with a 12 to AC.
Was that attacking me? 12?
Yeah.
Nope, does not hit.
Okay. In addition, yeah. So it missed as you like sidestepped it essentially. Lucky is that? Oh no, that's hold on. Let me see here. Oh no, same thing. Okay. So after that, it is Morg.
Okay, ow, and no, I don't want to break my very nice weapon. How close is it to me? Am I gonna have disadvantage on a spell attack? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for Daddy Goop.
Uh-huh.
Big Daddy Goop. And I'm going to cast a 3rd level Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
So that is a Wisdom save for the goo.
Not very wise for them. They got a natural 20, so 18 for this. But if you'd like to, you can burn one of your rerolls to be able to give me disadvantage.
Reroll it.
All right.
Wait, no. I have a WAN, and I give it a -3.
Okay, so -3. Okay, so it rolled a 12,
As
so
a
that means it got a 10, and then now it's going to have a 7. So you succeed in this.
Fantastic. That's 5d6s.
Oh my god, why did I do that?
Also, as I mentioned, because I'm shifted,
Whoa, I'm sorry.
when an
Not
enemy
available.
ends within 5 feet of me, I can automatically
Oh.
move 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. So I'm going to back up 10 feet right
Okay.
at the end.
You can move your token, so feel free to move it if you'd like
Oh,
to.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. I just back up.
Those d6s were
leap
very
back.
nice to me. 24.
All right, there we go. And then anything else with that attack?
That is going to be all.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay close, like as huddled up as possible with people, because I have a reaction.
Okay. And then after Morg is going to be Zora.
I kind of moved to flank Morg,
Okay.
and I want to attack this stupid-looking one down here.
Perfect. I do play with flanking, so if you're on the opposite side of it, then you do get advantage. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. That is a 21 to hit.
21.
My first one was only an 11. I doubt that hits it.
Their AC is 7, So
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay. So then I do two kind of like jabs at it. And then I come around with like the butt of it to get it one last time.
Okay.
So that first hit is 6. Second hit is 11. And then yeah, I think I'm good. The Polearm Master is 12. So that still gets it?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, and then that's 5 bludgeoning damage on that tail end.
Okay, so a creature that touches the pudding or hits it with a melee attack within 5 feet takes 4 acid. Or sorry. Let me roll it really quick. So that's 2, 4, 5. You take 5 acid damage. Is your weapon magical or non-magical?
I have a glaive of warning, so I don't know
It's
if that means
magical.
that it's
Yeah, you're
magical.
good.
Yeah? Cool.
So you're totally fine. Okay, cool. So you've learned that as you slice into it, it splashes back at you, and then you see some of your skin get a little bit red, armor begins to corrode a little bit, and okay. So then you see what happens is that as you slash into it, it suddenly turns into like another sort of ooze, half the size, essentially,
No.
and also half the HP as well.
So it splashes when you bludgeon or when you slash?
Both. If you hit it with a melee attack, it just splashes onto you. Yeah.
And it didn't break magical weapons.
Correct. It does not harm magical weapons. Yeah.
I'm back. Okay.
You're like, never mind. I can do this. All right. So, with that, let me go and track this down really quick. So it's gonna be like 31 points of health for each one of them. Sorry, you guys didn't hear that math. And then, anything else for you, Zora?
I would need an additional action in order to take my crossbow out, right, to exchange my weapons.
If you didn't use your bonus action or something like that, then you can absolutely do that if you'd like to.
I'll wait because I did my bludgeoning action.
Oh, got it. Okay. So then after that is going to be May.
Okay. So May is going to just first off, just nope, back away here, just away from all of this goop. Don't like it. And then is going to look up and be like, "Hey, being underground, you can't see the stars," and is just gonna reach up and pull a hand down and will call lightning, but it's going to come down like shooting stars. So it's going to hit. I'm going to center it kind of just about on this one in the far back. So it's a 60-foot
Circle or cube?
Yeah, circle. Yes.
And it's 60 foot?
60 feet.
60.
So I want it back behind the two, so it'll just back.
Oh my god, it needs to
don't
get
think I can.
bigger. Let me see.
And if I think if I center it kind of more to the right, I should be able to catch the one that's in front of.
Like right here?
Yes,
Okay.
please. And so all 3 of them are going to have to make a dexterity.
Oh, that's not their best. Okay, so that is
good.
7. That's 6. And then that is 10. Do they succeed?
So they all fail.
Okay.
So they are going to take 3d10 lightning damage.
I should have done 5 elders. Oh my god.
Your GM
that's-
size is killing me.
So that's only 13 points of damage, but it comes down
Okay.
on all of them. And then after she does that, just these stars start coming down and crackling with energy. And then as she does that, she points and reaches back and is going to bonus action use my starry form to shoot an arrow.
Mhm.
And that is going to be I make an attack roll. That is a. Is that with my attack or with my +7? So 9 + 7 is 16.
Okay. So, and that's 16 versus AC or 16 damage?
It's 16 versus AC.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yep.
Okay, and so that's going to be 6 points of radiant damage
6 points. Okay.
as I continue to twinkle.
Perfect. So there was another donation specifically for Let It Happen. So for one roll of your guys' choice, it's just one for the whole group. You don't have to roll; it automatically succeeds. So you can like just lay that on the table and all that. So with that, it's gonna go to the other black pudding, as it's gonna head over to Gentle. And then it is going to it is going to try to strike you for a dirty 20.
That hits, yeah.
All right? So you're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning and then 23 points of acid. So are you you're in your like lycanthrope form, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it kind of like a druid like wild shape where your gear isn't like on you but it's like inside of you or something like that?
No. I just shift into like I'm still wearing everything. It's
Oh,
not
so
like
you
magic
still
or
have
anything.
your armor and
Yeah,
everything.
I still
Okay.
have armor.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. So, in addition, the non-magical armor is your armor magical?
No.
Okay. So, you get a permanent -1 penalty to your AC, and if the AC gets to 10, then it's destroyed completely.
The AC of the armor.
Correct. Yep. So
It's already at 10, so it's down to 10 now. So it's destroyed.
okay, yeah. There's like
wearing
fragments
it.
of your clothing that's like still there, just enough to cover the bits, and then then after that, it's gonna go to Venezia.
So am I currently engaged with the Big Daddy pudding that's in the middle here?
Correct. Yep.
Thug life. We're gonna shoot at it again.
Okay.
This is a dumb idea, but why not? Okay, and I'm gonna take the first shot. Take that -5. My right is still active, thank God. That's a 14 to hit.
14. Yep. Absolutely hit.
14 hits, so that's 10 plus 5. 15 plus 1 is 16. The right is still active, so that's an extra d6. 20 points. That is, well, it's all magical damage. Part of it was radiant for that first shot. So that's what, 20 points of damage, yeah?
Yep. So, perfect. So, go ahead and do your next attack.
Yep. Number 2. It's a 24 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
Okay, cool. So 24, so 15 plus 2 is 17, plus the next d6. 17 plus 4, 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something?
Go ahead and go for it. I'm gonna put a poll up really quick.
Are you really? Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna take that bonus action and shoot the damn thing again. 18 to hit.
18 does hit. Yep.
All right, with that penalty, 15 plus 6, 21 plus the next d6, 22 points of, well, it's all magical damage though, and it's radiant. And are you gonna splatter on me too? Do I have to deal with the splatter?
Chat's gonna decide if it happens. It's like neck and neck as like 2 votes yes, 3 votes no.
Rules is written. It's melee attack, right?
True, but they're in melee range.
I am in melee
that's
range,
why
so I have to be fair
was
about
like,
that.
I think that. Okay, 5.
Y'all know
for
we
no.
can vote in the poll, right?
That is true.
I already voted, so
I was like,
You're like, please,
Mo,
please.
what direction
Voted
did you
right
vote,
away.
Drac?
I know, right there.
I wrote no because I am also a range fighter and I'm currently in melee range. Of
5 to 6. 5 to 6. It's almost over. Make sure to use your power and vote.
Yes.
Oh, 5 to 7. Okay, it's tilting. It's tilting.
Yes. Hear us.
All right.
yes.
Chat was
Okay.
very kind to you guys. So, you're fine as you
Okay.
like unload with your crossbow and you duck and dodge all the corrosive bits as they fly and just corrode, other pieces of the area and everything. So,
Cool.
anything else for you?
That should end me.
Okay. And that's the one that ran away. So we're
Like,
gonna go,
pick different wording.
and that's gonna be Gentle. It's your turn.
I think now that this thing came up close and disintegrated my leather armor, a very nice leather armor I've been taken care of. I guess I'm basically naked. I only have a cloak on me right now, in half werewolf form. So I'm kind of like hairy. I'm tastefully hairy. I'm covered up in the right places. Covered up in the right places for a PG-13 stream. And I just pull out my gun, just half werewolf, point blank, and just fire into this thing.
Okay.
And
Did you want to step backwards, or did you? Because you said you can do that, right? Oh no.
I can only do that as a reaction, so I already used my
Got
reaction.
it. Okay.
I can only do it at the end of the enemy's turn. So yeah, that is a 23 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
And I'm gonna need it to make a strength saving throw, as I use the push attack maneuver.
And strength saving throw. Let me see here. Ooh, they actually have good strength. 16.
Oh yeah, that makes it. Just makes it.
Okay.
That is 16 points of damage. No, sorry. 26 points of damage because I took the sharpshooter.
Oof. Okay.
So 26 points of damage. And I'm gonna fire again.
All right, there we go. And because chat voted no on the last one, we're going to keep that through the entire encounter. So if you use a ranged weapon, then you're fine. If you use a melee weapon, then you do get corrosive.
Yeah. That is again, that's a 20 to hit.
Yep, you do hit.
Ooh, that was really good. I was 36 points of damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action. I think bonus action. I'm gonna cast Misty Step.
Why?
6, because I am hurting.
The naked with a pudding up his butt.
Misty Step over there.
Yeah. Okay. And then anything else for you?
No, that's it.
All right. So next up are these two puddings essentially. So actually it would be the three puddings. So one of them is going to go to Zora and then attempt to strike you. And it is going to be a 12 versus AC.
No.
All right. So the other one is going to go to Morg and then try to strike you with a 7 versus AC.
Oh, that's gonna be a no.
All right, and then this one's gonna move 20 feet. Yeah. So this one is gonna slime its way over to Morg, and is going to try to attack. Oh, with a 7. All right, so.
Oh wait, hold on, let me check. No, that one's doing that.
All right, and then the dice are like not liking me now. All right, so this one's gonna
Or they're
hit.
liking me very much.
This one's gonna hit Ven. So that is going to be a 16 versus AC.
16 does not hit.
All right, so moving on is gonna be Morg.
Excellent. Okay. So Gentle got pretty far away. Yeah. How hurting is Gentle looking?
I'm bloodied.
And you see Morg sit there and like gripping onto their battle axe, like, all All right. And I will also Misty Step out as a bonus action, and I will use my Lay on Hands pool on Gentle.
Okay.
I've got 20. I've got up to 20.
And gonna give me all of that?
Yeah, I'll give it all to you. Whatever. I got spells.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Feeling considerably better. You see, like the hairs, the singed hairs, and I grow back. And the wounds
you're
close
all right.
up.
You're all right. No, you look great.
Yeah, thank you. After this is finished, can we find clothes? I don't want to walk into my sister's wedding naked.
Absolutely. That would be deeply inappropriate. Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure of it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We did pack those special the clothes in a special thing, so we're good.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's
Too fancy.
entirely fine. Yes.
Anything else for you?
Not anything else for me.
All right. Then it's going to go to Zora.
So
You-
if I'm attacking with a melee weapon and I'm within 5 feet of it, I get damaged.
Correct.
If I move, like right now, I assume I'm within 5 feet. Like if I go at 10 feet, is that leaving its area?
It
or am I
would
still
it
technically-
would leave you open to an opportunity attack, but you still like. So if you leave and then like, what do you have for your weapon? Is like a
I've got a 10-foot reach, so I'm
Yeah,
wondering
yeah.
like if I'm
so if you
further-
do move
far enough
back, you
away.
are going to get like an opportunity attack against you. But if from then on, as long as you're 10 feet away, you can attack them without any fear of getting corrosive on you.
But the big one, isn't he 10 feet? Can't she poke a pokey? The
She
big
can,
one,
yeah.
Where she's standing.
I can get the big one, but also those little ones are like nipping at me, and I'd rather not deal with any more of that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't want to have to like, because if I take my crossbow out, like that's my move for the turn, right?
It's your bonus action. So you would you sacrifice your bonus action, you trade weapons, and then you go ahead and can fire with your
I'll do that then.
Okay.
Because I still have 2 attacks, so I'm gonna swap, and I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. You guys see me kind of stow my glaive like in a little strap on my back, and I point the crossbow at the first pudding.
Okay.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
It does hit. Yep.
Second attack is going to be an 11.
Yep. Both hit.
Okay. And then let's see. So the first one, that's going to be 8 points of damage for the one on the top.
Okay.
And then the one on the bottom, that's also going to be 8 points for each.
Okay, so you do that, and they're not looking too good, as they're on their last slime leg. As yeah, anything else for you?
I just kind of yell at them. My friends are badasses. You have one more chance to go. I'm not trying to fuck you up. We're just trying to get to a wedding.
You see sweat droplets come from like. Yeah. So, May, it is your turn.
Okay, so I've still got call lightning up, so I reach out again and I just pull down stars, and those 3 again are gonna have to make a Dex saving throw. Pretty
Okay.
please.
All right, so Dex is not their strong
Get
suit.
them. Let's go.
That's 9. 4 and
Uh-huh.
1.
Okay, so they're all going to take I just did the math and I forgot it because panic is a thing. 15 points
15,
of
okay.
lightning damage.
So 15. Oof. Okay. This one explodes in a non-harmful way,
Okay.
and then anything else for you?
How is Zora looking, like beat up at all? Is anyone like really looking bad?
As you gave a quick scan around the room, you can see that Morg is probably the one that's the most wounded here, as like holding their side and then putting all their healing power into Gentle. Yeah.
Mora's really, really tough. And how bad are these other 2 slimes looking? Not do they even look like they're on
They're-
their very last
they're-
slimy legs?
They're pretty sturdy, but they, as to what they began with, they look a lot smaller. So
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to look at Morg and say, you can do it. I know you can. And I'm going to cast Healing Word. So that is going to be 2d4 plus. If I don't drop my dice tray, that would have been bad. 9 points of healing into Morg. And yeah, I'm just gonna try and stay away from. I don't know where these slimes
And
will go.
also, you guys have looks like one heal 10 HP. So if anyone needs it from that pool, you can just pop it and then just they'll do that. And then anything else for you, May?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right. So after that is going to be this slime, as it is going to head over to May.
No, please no.
Van, it did move past you, so if you'd like to do an opportunity attack, you can do so if you'd like.
Whee! Sharpshooter! Does an 11 hit?
Yep.
Sick! 15 plus 3 is 18. The right's active, so it's another d6. 24 points of magical damage on this one coming at me.
Okay. Perfect. It's barely hanging on. A tiny, small, little nugget of ooze gets its way over to you, and then as it does so, it is going to strike you for 16 versus AC. May.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That'll be 6 points of bludgeoning, and then 23 points of acidic.
I don't like it. No, roll it again. Silvery barbs. Again. I haven't used my reaction this turn.
Got him!
So let's go ahead and do that again. Run it back, as it does a 21 versus AC. Okay.
What are these things modifiers? Okay, who's up next in initiative?
The next one is Venencio.
All right, Venencio, you get the advantage this time.
Trust
So-
me, I don't know if I'm going to need it, but yeah.
So that's going to be 6 for bludgeoning, as I said before, and then a 23 to acidic damage. And then, do you need to make a concentration check for lightning?
Yeah. I don't make it.
Okay, the lightning dissipates as
Storm goes away.
darkness returns to this aqueduct. And is your armor magical?
No.
All right, -1 permanently to your AC. If it goes to 10, then it gets destroyed. And then after that is Venencio.
All right. Not happy that this one's still alive. We're going to attack the one that just attacked May with a sharpshooter penalty. 24 to hit.
Yep, that one does hit.
15 plus 1 is 16 plus 3 is 19 points of magical damage there.
That destroys it.
Okay,
As-
so that one's good. Venanza's gonna look at me, salute real quick, and then aim right back at Big Bad Daddy Pudding and shoot the second shot with a sharpshooter.
Uh-huh.
15 to hit.
Does hit, yep.
15, wrong die. 15 plus 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. And can I take my sneak attack on Big Bad Daddy Puddin' as well?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
21 plus another one, 22 points of magical damage.
And it is destroyed as it rumbles and it grumbles and then it dissipates into nothing.
And I'm going to take my last shot at the smaller one that is by Zora and sharpshooter that one too.
Okay.
I will miss. Well, unless a 7 hits.
A 7 is its AC.
Sick. Then we're going to do damage on it because, yes, 15 plus 1 is 16 with the right. 18 points of damage.
18 destroys it. So in one turn, you watch your companion turn into John Wick as it's just as the 3 oozes just dissipate and die immediately, and 1 is remaining.
Also, I forgot I took Warcaster, so I have advantage on my concentration, and I re-rolled it and I passed.
Okay, good. Perfect. So, anything else for you?
Also took Warcaster.
Oh my god. also, yeah.
Just not getting any attacks of opportunity.
Then you see like Zora like look over her shoulder at you like, thanks.
It's really impressive.
And then, anything else for you, Venetia? Venetia.
Sorry, that should end my turn as Venancio looks at all the puddings and just mutters to himself, deleted.
As it's, yeah. Okay. And then after that, it is gentle. Oh, muted.
I'm muted, my bad. Gentle considerably hurt, but doing considerably better with Morg's help. Thank you, Morg. It's going to just fire 2 shots into this one right here.
Okay.
That is a 15 to hit.
A 15 will hit.
And yeah, I would do straight 15. Straight damage. That is 12 points of damage.
12, okay.
And I'll sharpshooter this one. I probably should have sharpshooter that one, but I'll sharpshooter this one.
Mm-hmm.
Is a 15 to hit
15 does hit.
for 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay. You do some heavy hits into it, and it's not looking good, as it's, like, I don't want to say barely hanging on, but it's way smaller than what you first encountered it as. And anything else for you?
That is the end of my turn.
All right. So
And
now
I'll
it's going
wince
to
in
go
pain.
to it. It's finally maybe going to crawl over to Zora and is going to try to attack with a 14 versus AC.
15.
All right. And then after that, it's going to go to Morg.
Was it going to hit me or is it me up?
Nope, it's you. Yeah.
It's going to go. I was like, it's going to hit me or I'm going to hit it. Great. How close are you to me? Oh, it's got a little distance. That's nice. Do I have any of these sorcery points left? I do. Excellent. I will once again twin spell some firebolts all in their direction.
Okay.
All right. Bow, 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 bow. The first one is a 12 to hit.
Does hit. Yep.
Oh. Okay, excellent news. The second one is literally also a 12 to hit.
Both hit.
Wild. Okay, I love a low AC then. That's fun. The first one's 16 points of damage, and the second one rolled off my desk. But it is
Put away dice.
8 points of damage.
8 points. Okay, good. And would you like to describe how you destroy this creature?
Yeah, absolutely. So finishing, brushing a little bit of the dust off of Gentle Shoulder as they turn around and like do their strikes. Oh, right. Okay. Back in it. Okay. Great. And I will just like around Gentle Shoulder, just kind of like and fire off 2 really anticlimactic fire bolts that just pierce through and simmer. And in the way that like when you burn a like liquid on the stove, how it just kind of turns to like a bubbling black, like just melt of it, as if someone just forgot about it with fire on, and melted into the ground.
Perfect. You do so as fanfare applies. It's like, and then yeah, what was that? Yeah,
That was weird.
and then May and Venancio, go ahead and pick a number 1 through 10.
6.
6. Okay.
1.
1. All right. So with the 6, you get the Cloak of Manta Ray. And then you also find with a 1, Defender. So, Jesus, these are big. These are big weapons. You can look at the stats for Defender, and you can look at the stats for Cloak of Manta Ray, but they're pretty gnarly. As yes, so in this catacomb, darkness sort of returns. Although your weapons are always lit, right? Okay, yeah. So the area is illuminated as you find no other threat in this catacombs. As you make your way over to this the area, as you find yourself getting out of the actual catacombs and breaching, as like the air kind of reaches your nostrils, and it may be filled with decay, but it's still like better than being stuck underground and everything. But sure enough, as you breach to the surface, you find that there's a lot less undead here as you make your way to the main gates. And as you do so, as you're covered in grime and sort of muck from all the enemies you've been destroying and killing, and may have only partial clothing on you, as the guards immediately come.
I use my cloak as a towel.
Cover
for
yourself.
around my
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah, I give you the cloak of the Manta Ray, like in case it's better than.
Thank you. I have
And
a cloak of protection around my waist and a cloak of the manta around my shoulders.
Perfect. So
I'm just pumping a little healing into myself as I go.
you get to the gates of New Goblin Shiresburg, or no, New Orkland Shiresburg, and as you get there, the guards have their weapons ready to like oh, we have undead at the gates. As they kind of look at you and like, wait a second, no, it's not. Oh my god, it's the Crimson Hand. As they immediately like freak out, like what? As they like all rush the gates, and you see that it's your old school homies like Bruce and Scott and Dwayne and like all that kind of stuff. As you kind of look to them, and they immediately open the gates, like, "Come on in, hurry, quickly!" As they're like, "What are you guys like doing here? You guys know that the wedding's going on right now, right?" As they
Right now?
and they're like,
Are we
"Yeah."
already late?
Yeah, we've been traveling for quite a bit. That makes sense. Do you have a place we
gotta
can
change
change?
really
I could
fast.
change.
Like, yeah, just go into town. It's right up the road and everything, and they should be able to accommodate you. Everyone knows you guys here, so like, you're heroes, and like, congratulations again for the new in-laws. As they like lock the gate behind you, and you find yourself in safety. And as you make your way through in this town, you see that they've used every bit of resources that they have at their disposal to make it look beautiful. As there's various marigold flowers everywhere, and like there's paintings, up of the many brides and grooms and all that sort of stuff. And as you make your way through town, and in that time you snatch some clothing and also pay, them or whatever. And all that, as you take the time to like change while you're going into your regalia that you had custom fitted, and you're at the temple doors of Pelor, where you know that just beyond them is this wedding happening, and you can hear the priest, the goblin priest, sort of reading the different like sort of words of encouragement, being like marriage, and then just like keep going. So, what would you like to do? Yes.
Are we still doing the big entrance, Mark? Like it's in progress. So that would be disruptive. But is that?
Okay, can I see my brother anywhere?
You look through the windows, and you absolutely can see him. Yeah, he looks pretty dapper.
Aw, good for him. I'd like to try and get a message in, like literally send the cantrip message.
Okay, you do so as you the call is accepted, and then you can say anything you'd like to, and they can reply. Yeah.
Hey, dork. You doing this for fun or for like fear?
And then he kind of like looks around, and then looks outside of the actual like stained glass windows, and sees your sort of face looking through, and he goes like, "Oh my god, you're here! Like, I'm glad you made it. Well, sort of under duress, but the longer this happens, the more I'm kind of down with it." And then as he kind of like sags his posture and is like, I mean, like, she's giving like a lot of money. I never have to work again, but like, I don't know. I guess it's fine. As he kind of like.
Okay, I gotta be honest, that's not really the correct circumstances to get married in. It really needs to be like 100% hell yeah or nothing, man.
As he kind of considers it, he's like, well...
Look, I'm open to this being a hell yeah for you, and I'm gonna support you in whatever you do here, but like, I don't love this neutral landing.
And he's like, if it's a hell yeah or a no, as you see his gestures are like, actually like, he's talking with his hands, but in his mind, he's talking to you.
You can take a fortune if we behead her.
And he's like, if it's a hell yeah or a no, I think I would lean more on the no. I want a career and I actually want to marry for love, but like, I wasn't going to refuse her. as you look over to see Morgana Castillo there, as she's about like 6'4", like a buff like sort of woman with her like an ornate hand axe, or sorry, great axe on the back of her, as she's dolled up as a bride and all that kind of stuff. And then even with your passive insight, you can see that she doesn't seem totally like hell yeah about it either, but kind of going through the motions. Yeah.
Right. Also, my passive everything is higher now. I got smarter.
That's right. Yeah.
I'll turn back to the group and I'll go, okay, anybody else need a message off to a sibling? I've got everything I need.
Yeah, could you ask Mercy if she's into this? She's the taller one. She's the 6'1" with the braids.
Yeah, I see the resemblance. Okay. And I'll just copy and paste, repeat the same messages to everyone's siblings that doesn't also have some sort of telepathic speech.
Slowly but surely, you see the siblings begin to like look over and like, you know, they point to the window where you're at, yeah, and they see you as they kind of like give a little gesture and all that. And they essentially said the same thing. It's like, well, like some of them are leaning more towards hell no, and some of them are like, you know, I could be cool with this. You know, I can afford healthcare finally and go to school and not be in debt. So like, yeah, I guess so. As
the oppressing weight of capitalism is not a reason to sacrifice your consent, okay?
As they're like, but they all genuinely say no, it's not for love. You know, if she never came to town for this reason, they probably would not have sought her out or tried to win her hand or anything like that. As yeah.
All right, it's time to kill a warlord.
Okay, perfect. Oh boy, I've never fought in like formal attire before. Should I? And they just kind of like tear one of their sleeves off and goes, okay, no, maybe I shouldn't have done that. That was really expensive. Okay.
Are there any like party guests outside we could?
There's a few guards, but they all know you, so they're like, oh yeah, do whatever you need to. That's totally cool. As like
anybody look like maybe one of like Morgana's people, like not our people.
Oh,
around?
for sure. There's the bride and groom's family, which is essentially the whole town, and then there's also the bride, which is Morgana's side, which is all of her like cronies essentially, as they're all super like in their regalia. They try to look dapper, but they're mostly like look rugged, and they're like weeping as they're like watching their boss get married.
I'd like to montage mug a couple and take their outfits for my friends.
Perfect. Yeah, you see a couple of them be like, I can't believe we got a gift. We got to go get a gift for the boss. As they're like, yeah. As you go and mug them, no problem at all, and take their shit. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. This might be a tight fit, but it squeezes into. Can we like grab armor from them since mine was destroyed?
Absolutely, yeah.
Awesome.
Maybe it's a little bit oversized for you, but still, you're able to.
Okay, yeah.
Got mending.
Gentle's tiny. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Have you ever considered being a tailor after this whole adventuring thing is over?
You know, maybe that's next.
You're really smart now, so I bet you'd be really good at the measurements.
Whoa. I've never even thought about measurements.
I mean, it seems to come to you quite naturally. You didn't take measure or anything.
Well, you look great. All right.
Thank you.
Lead us in.
Are we doing the big entrance?
You do hear at this time, like, if there are any who wish to object with this union, please speak now. As
I'm gonna thaumaturgy the doors open.
you do so, as they creak open and everyone gasps at who could do this. As a novella zoom in happens and it shows you five.
And I'm gonna pop my internal radiance, my internal light, which means I start glowing, but because I'm dark blue with white freckles, all of the light comes out of my freckles, so I turn into a galaxy lamp. I go full magical girl. I grow black formless magic wings that twinkle with stars and fly in, and then thaumaturgy again. We object! I think. We object. We
Yeah.
object!
Yes,
We object!
Yeah.
Perfect. So in this time, you see that everyone gasps in awe as you guys enter, as your family are all there and like, I'm so proud of my daughter, like talking about Morg, and then and they just all see you guys, and the siblings are like oh hi, you know, don't really seem surprised because obviously they heard you guys, and you see Morgana as she looks over and she's like what's going on here, like who are you guys, as she like puts a hand on the hilt of her like sort of great axe, as the priest goes like, why would you like to object?
Command.
Go for it.
And I say, drop.
And what do they have to roll?
That is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay, so let me go over to. Ooh, not very good at wisdom. Okay, so that's just a 20. That is a 4.
That does not succeed. And you obviously, because it's a one-word command, you can interpret that as you will. Either she's dropping her weapon.
She drops her weapon as she goes to reach for it, does get it, and then immediately drops it as it falls, just like it sinks into the floor, cutting through it and still standing upright.
Actually, if we roll an initiative.
Go for it. Not yet in initiative. The priest is asking, like, why would you like to see them? Why would you like to interrupt this union?
Well, honestly, just mainly because as I'm talking, I'm going to point my gun at the axe. I'm going to shoot it and use pushing attack to knock the sword away from
Okay.
her. And because it's just a sword, I guess it just fails to save because it's usually a straight
Correct.
save.
Yeah, and then it
So
flies across the room.
Flies across the room, 15 feet away. I just say, they don't really seem very happy about it. They seem to have signed a contract or whatever's going on here in duress, and I think that's very unfair. They shouldn't marry out of fear. It should be out of love. Also, High Mercy, you look great. You look amazing today.
Perfect. And she's like, "Oh, thank you." As like they all everyone gets off their seats and everything, and kind of looks at this situation, and she looks concerned by the situation. Like, this is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Like, do you know who I am? Why would you ever stand against me? As she steps forward and
I stand against you because you're a frog, and I cast polymorph.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. What did you have to roll?
That's going to be a wisdom save.
Oh God. Wisdom saving throw. That's a 12.
It's a DC 15, so she's a frog.
All right. She immediately turns into a frog. Does polymorph take all of the gear, or is it just like the person? I think it's everything, but I'm not sure.
It's all of the gear. Everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just all of it just turns to like
Everything's replaced by the statistics of a chosen beast.
she is a frog now. As they go like, "You can't do that to the boss." As
I think I just did.
So
Can I go
now
over and pick her up?
we're gonna have you guys roll initiative as you
Yeah,
now
that's fair.
go to make an athletics check. Zora.
That's gonna be a 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay, good. So we're gonna say you're gonna start like right next to her. Her frog form. So okay. So let's go ahead and top down Zora.
I got a 17.
17. Okay, May.
So that's kind of a 5.
5. Got it. Okay. And then Venancio.
It's a natural 20 for a 24.
Okay. And then Gentle.
I also got a nat 20 for a 24.
Oh my god. All right. And then Morg.
13.
13. Okay, perfect. And then top of the round. Wait, why did it not?
I will defer because I prefer to go second.
Okay. So, Gentle, you are gonna go first.
So I'm down here. I'm gonna. And they're a frog. Okay, cool. Where did the axe land? Like where around?
We're gonna say like in the back of the room, probably like
Okay, so way
40
up
feet away. Yeah.
Okay, and these guys are the goons, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. From where I am, I'm gonna fire at this one, and I'm gonna sharpshooter it.
Okay.
That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Just
a little bit.
It was very close on that 20. Not much damage though. 8 damage.
Okay.
and then I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark, same person, and then fire again. So I'm like, I should have done that first time. God damn it! And then fire again. Oh no, sorry, that's wrong. Says I sharpshooted it, so it's actually 18 points of damage.
18 points? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different. Okay, and then
that is a 17 to hit the second time.
17 does hit. Yep.
Okay, perfect. This time it does have Hunter's Mark on it as well. That is 26 points of damage. The second shot as I fire into them.
Okay, so this one, who's in like a suit and tie and all that kind of stuff, and he's like, I spent all my money on this, and all of a sudden he's like engaged in like combat and gets shot a bunch. Yeah.
Sorry, you just seem to be on the wrong side. Unless you want to help us, I'll be fine if you help us. I'll stop shooting if you help us.
He's like, bleh, as he throws up blood. And then anything else for you?
Nope, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Venancio.
Okay, perfect. So we've got the one on the right here, closest to the right. So first things first, I'm going to take my bonus action to invoke the Blood Maledict and Blood Curse of the Marked, this one. So I take 2 points of damage because of the Blood Hunter. So I will, no, not 3, 2. So 2 points of damage to mark this one. So it's an extra D6 if I hit them. So let's see, because I've already used the bonus action, we will go ahead and sharpshooter this first one. So it's 23 to hit.
That does hit. Yep.
Okay, so it is already 15 points of damage plus the initial D6 plus the right's D6 and another D, so it's 3D6 extra. So 15 plus an extra 6 points of damage for 21 points of damage for that first shot.
Okay.
And second shot, same deal. Another sharpshooter. This one's only going to be 14.
14. Only 14. All right. There you go.
Does it hit or?
Oh, sorry. 14 AC?
14 to AC.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
14 does not hit.
Okay, so at that point, he sees the bolt miss. And
Is
he
that
just,
+3? How many +3s we got?
I have a +3.
Yeah. And you also have rerolls if you'd like to do all of that. Yeah.
Give me a can I get a +3 on that? Because I never used it.
Yep. You get a 17. You hit. Meet it, beat it. Yep.
Thank you for that one, May. I will take that. So that's 15 points of initial damage plus.
Support class for life.
I love you so much right now. So 15 plus. Ooh, that's a lot better. 15 plus 4, 19, 21, 22 points of damage for that second shot. As it flies, you hear then just shout, "Give me back my brother!" And that is my turn.
Your good-looking brother's like, that's my brother. As like cheers you on. And then after that is going to be Zora. You are right in front of the Frog Warlord.
I don't have my weapons out. Like, I wasn't really sure what to do. Like, I was so like marveled with the entrance. And I look down and I just kind of try to scoop her into my gigantic hands and
You do
keep
so?
her safe. Do I have to roll anything for that? I just get her and I have her in my little hands like this. And then I want to hop on my broom and just like kind of fly away from the danger.
You do so. Okay, so we're going to say that you and the Frog Warlord fly back.
Yeah.
And then after that is Veteran A, as they look to you guys, and they're like, they got the boss! As they try to like shoot back with a heavy crossbow. And this is going to, I should have designate target. Gentle. And this will be a 16 versus AC.
That hits.
Okay. So that is going to be waiting for the silvery barbs just in case. Okay. So there's going to be 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then next one is going to be 14 versus AC.
Misses.
Okay. So that one misses. And then
Oh, okay.
next one is going to be this archer who's going to pull out their bow and that's going to be 12 versus AC for May. Muted?
I cast a woe, and it brings it down to because beats it. It loses 4, so it misses.
Okay. So it's going to attack again and
No.
get a 24 to AC.
Yes.
Okay. And then it's going to be 5 points of damage as it misses the first one as it goes wide, and then the second one juts into your side. And then after that is okay. So it do you have to roll concentration?
I don't have anything up.
Polymorph?
Oh, you're right. And I get to roll advantage, and I trust this dice maybe. Yep, make it with an 18.
All right. So it is the warlord's turn. Do you does she get a check?
No,
It just
I don't think so.
lasts. Yeah.
It just
I
lasts,
apologize,
okay.
It just happens.
I love that for you guys.
It's a fraud, yeah.
So that
My touch is very soft and gentle.
she appreciates it.
It's
And then there's a fly that goes by and she like eats it. And then Morg,
Good
it is
snacks.
your turn.
being fed.
How many of them can I get within 10 feet of? The, like, henchmen.
What is your movement?
What is my movement? That's an excellent question. Where the heck is my movement?
I would assume like 25.
Why
What?
am I
It's
struggling
I
to
think
find
at
my
least 30.
movement speed? Yeah, it should be at least 30.
Yeah, it should
I'm not
be 30.
particularly slow. Yeah, I think it's
I
30.
think only
I think it's
dwarves are
standard.
like 30 or something like that. I mean 25. Dwarves or no, it's a combination.
I'm willing to Misty Step in addition to that as a bonus action.
Okay.
To get within 10 feet of as many of them as I can get. Like, the best way I can center myself to get as many of them as possible within 10 feet of me.
I think that this area would probably be good. You capture 2 of them in your area, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll take it. And then I will activate my Necrotic Shroud, and they are going to have to make a save or be frightened.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do and that's wisdom,
Okay,
right?
that's a Charisma save.
Oh, charisma. Okay, that's a +0. So that's 12 for that one.
No.
And that is a 2 for that one.
Oh, so no. They are now frightened of me.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Morg
So-
is terrifying. Terrifyingly amazing.
they should
but
be.
Terrifying.
And
correct.
on my turn, when I
Strike
attack
fear.
them, I will deal 7 additional points for every attack of necrotic damage on them. So
Okay. And
they're
then
now frightened.
anything else for you?
That is it. My Misty Step, and that were my full actions.
Okay. And then this one, which was attacked, it's going to spend its full turn to run away. And then the other one is going to move forward to Morg and try to strike with their longsword, which is a 11. Next one is a 22.
That one does hit.
Okay. And then... Oh, I already did it. All right. So that'll be 8 points of damage as they take their longsword and they swipe across. And
Now, we're gonna get into a little rules question here.
Yes.
My necrotic shroud lasts for 1 minute, causing all creatures within 10 feet of me. So if this is somebody else that just moved in, they also have to make that wisdom saving
Okay.
throw. Or I'm sorry, that charisma
Charisma?
saving throw, or be frightened if they're gonna get that close.
Okay. So they got a
That's-
4. So they are going to get frightened. So afterwards, we'll have a move.
Oh, you tried.
This is
I'm
great.
just gonna quickly say that they moved out of range. Opportunity attacks, we'll say.
Did
for
you
Morg.
also
If
then leave out? Yeah, and I'm a warcaster.
Yes, you got a spell
Go
now.
for it.
How many just moved out of range? 2?
1.
One.
If you have a 10-foot weapon, then 3. But if you only have a 5-foot weapon, then
I'm a
1.
warcaster, so I can cast spells.
Oh, never mind. 3. Yeah.
Oh,
3
but
of them.
Does it,
No,
Does
it
it
still counts as
trigger?
melee, so it would still be
Yeah,
within 5
it-
feet, even if
yeah.
it's.
Okay, then 1. 1.
Okay, then firebolt. Great. That is a 22 to hit.
Does hit. Yep.
Excellent. 12 points of damage.
Okay. And after that is May.
Okay, so May is just gonna take a step to hide behind Valencio, even though she's still like floating a little bit off the ground, but just being behind people feels good. And then she's going to go to. I don't want to do one. I'm gonna go to the one that's directly above Morg, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt if
Okay.
I can. And that is going to be an 18 to hit.
18. That does hit. Yep.
Okay, that's good. I have to. Sorry, this is not using a spell slot. It is using one of my features. So that's 4d6.
Okay.
10. So 17 points of radiant damage to him, and he's now glittery. And whoever attacks him next has advantage. Remember that. Let's see. So you can sneak attack, and then I'm gonna look at the one that's got the bloodied mark off to the right, and I'm gonna again hold out my hand and draw a arrow made of stars and fire at him.
Okay.
Which of these dice do I trust? But that's an 18 to hit as well. But
That does hit.
damage. Sorry, I have to remember what the damage dice is on this one, and it's on a different page, and it's only a little 1d8. Okay. That's 11 points of radiant damage to him.
11 points. Okay. So in this situation, you are like wrecking them quite a bit. 11 points. One person does go down as they fall to the ground, and they're like, "Tell my kids I love them." As
Really, really sorry, but we have to.
and at this point, what's gonna happen is that you, Candace, or sorry, Zora, end up seeing that in your hands, like expand the warlord as she like wills herself to break sort of this like enchantment and everything, and then she gets to the point where your hands can't hold all of her, as like because you're what? How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2"? Yeah. So she's up around your height and probably muscle mass as well. As she expands from your hands and then lands on your either like lap or the actual flying broom or whatever.
Lap
and she
is good.
sees lap is good. Yeah, there you go. So you see that she's watching this chaos happen, and she goes like, enough of this, as she just kind of like drops from the flying broom and lands onto the floor. Superhero style, even cracks some of the concrete or whatever.
Landing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. As she gets up, and then she goes like, enough of this. No one's gonna die today over this. This is supposed to be my wedding day. It was supposed to be really cool and magical and chill, but clearly like this is not, this does not have the approval of the family of the people that I'm marrying. So therefore we're gonna go ahead and just like stop this. If that's what would make you happy, then we're gonna go ahead and end this as there's like relief. What do you say?
May feels bad in healing words, the guy she just dropped.
As like he crawls over to you and like shows you a picture of his kids, like,
Oh, well played. Well
Sorry,
played.
it's just it's your boss and my sister, and there's.
and so she goes like, I like you guys signed a contract and you said that you were cool with this. Like, why didn't you say anything then? And they're all kind of like do the ooh fingers and like, well, I mean, like you're kind of a warlord. You've killed a bunch of people. So
Look,
like,
once again, this is about a combination of the oppressive class taking advantage of power dynamics, all right? Every one of these people are subjects to the effects of capitalism, and when there's really that much money and power involved and you stand there with a giant battle axe at your wedding, there's not a way that any one of these people can functionally consent to that.
she.
Wow,
The headband made
headband.
you incredible.
Yeah.
Thank
That was
you.
amazing.
As you see veins on her forehead like pulse, it's like yeah. So
Maybe you take that off for a bit. I don't know if it's good for prolonged exposure.
yeah,
Yeah,
just,
no,
No, I really like it.
it speaks to you like
Okay.
we could rule the world. Why are we taking orders from like? So she tells you that like she takes a moment and processes your words and huffs and she puffs as she thinks about it, and she goes like, "You're right." Like, but honestly, the only thing I want to do with my life from this point on is just settle down and marry someone. But everyone knows who I am. I can't hide myself. As you see, there's very distinct scars on her. There's an eye patch and everything like that. That would clearly give her away. And she goes like, every time I try to go on a date with someone, they are same thing. They feel like they're under duress, like I'm going to kill them. It's despite all of my warnings that they're not, or not warnings, but like, but I just like, it doesn't work, as she gets pissed and then takes a chair from one of her goons, who like offers it to her, and then she sits down and cries. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Oh, okay. I didn't expect this.
Zora?
Zora like looks at Gentle, knowing that like they're gonna have the right words, but still like goes in like, "You're hot and rich. Just like look for other like hot, strong people." And she like makes like a really nice muscle and like winks at her. "You'll find the right one if you know where to ask. I'm just saying."
We'll just give you the let it happen thing and automatically succeed in that persuasion roll. And then, is there anyone else that would like to say anything to her?
I mean, it depends what I'm witnessing right now. Am I witnessing Zora flirting with Morgana, or
All of your
is
insights
like,
are like,
okay,
oh
cool,
yeah,
cool, cool,
yeah.
cool. I think what I'm gonna do instead then is I'm gonna be like the best I can, a wingman, I guess. I don't know. I want to like huddle with the rest of the group and then whisper, but very loudly, obviously, about how great Zora is and how how anyone who gets with Zora would be absolutely the luckiest person on earth, and basically just trying to hype up Zora so that Morgana can get the hint, I guess, and also make a move.
And she has a flying broom.
And just what barbarians do you know that have flying brooms? It's honestly incredible. Like she's just amazing.
I mean, she was super comforting when we were dealing with some giant blobs of pudding, and it really helped. And wow, the comfort level was just amazing with Zora. Just letting you know that.
And you should give her all of your money.
Yes.
She looks beside herself as she like.
She's also got independently wealthy as well. Like she's got lots of contracts.
She's got her own money. Yeah.
Right.
So she thinks about this and she considers it, and then goes like really, you're not under duress. I'm not gonna kill you if you say no. Like, would you want to go to dinner sometime? And she's like wipes her nose away. Like,
"Have you seen yourself? You have an eye patch. Of course I want to go to dinner with you."
Perfect.
Also,
so,
if you break her heart, we'll all kill you. So
yeah.
It's like understandable.
Apparently it'd be
reasonable.
easy.
And then
I'll just turn you into a frog.
yeah, and then everyone else is like, we'll do the same, as they take their wounded out, and then like mend them, like, stay with me. And so
Oh, Lord.
with that, you have succeeded in like traveling, across the known world to find your siblings and to understand what they were going through and protect them ultimately, as they also go to you and be like, thank you for having my back. Like, I really appreciate that. I didn't think in a million years you would arrive. We heard so many like tales of how far away you are, but like you do care about us and all that kind of stuff. As you embrace, you guys have a family dinner and get to chill out for a little bit as you hang up your armor and get to just be normal people around town for a while, with a bunch of gangsters as well. And yeah. So with that, you guys have succeeded in your goal. So. Let's go ahead and go
Zora
around.
wins the wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta get to the third date first. If that's good, then.
Smart idea.
Fair.
Smart
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I don't want to go too fast.
Take it slow.
That's amazing. And then, so we're going to go around the room and have everyone tell us where they can be found online and what they have coming up next. And we're going to head over to Drac.
Yeah, hi. I'm Drac or Draconics. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. It's DRAKONIQUES. I played Gentle for you today, which was a ton of fun with this cast. It was great. I definitely was like, I hope I'm not too like lighthearted, but everyone was just this absolute sweetheart. I loved it. But you can find me on Twitter, like I said. I stream all over the place. But I guess the campaign I'm currently in or going to be in is that on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern over on Table Story. I'm in a campaign called Kingmakers. It's a homebrew system, a homebrew world. I play a disgraced heir to the throne who recently, I think we're going to be fighting gods. It seems like it's very interesting. It's very cool. On November the 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern over on Vana channel, VANA. We're going to be premiering the Strixhaven campaign called Higher Education. We're all graduate students in Strixhaven studying to become gods while also writing our thesis. It's very fun. I'm playing a Gorgon inventor, which is great. God, what else? I think that's pretty much it. I'm also the co-founder and event organizer of French Roll Dice. It's a TTRPG Twitch channel, and we have a bunch of shows coming up, especially in the new year, but we still have some shows right now that you can catch. So check that out. But yeah, other than that, that's me. It was a ton of fun playing with everyone. And thank you for all the money all of you have helped us with.
Yeah, we're at $415. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, we really, really appreciate it. And then going over to Sage.
Hi, hello. I'm Sage Ryan. I have been playing Morg, and it has been very fun to do so. I got to be a little meathead for once. It was really nice. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Sage. I stream on my channel, and I am also the creator of the channel Pixel Circus. You can find me on Friday nights, and this Friday night is actually the season finale of Failed Save. It's our improv comedy with a tiny bit of D&D show. Yeah, you can find me over there all the time, and we have a bunch of very, very fun Halloween centric content this month, so come and enjoy the creepy season with us.
Perfect. And then Candace. Oh, muted.
Mute. I have been Zora Bloodfang, your bard. You can find me at that Candace Girl on Twitter, at Candace Magnificent everywhere else. I'm going to be doing a ton of streaming tomorrow, and every Monday you can find me over at 12 Sided Stories on Delta Green. We'll be doing that for the next few weeks. You can also find me on Thursdays over at Kay's channel for Godplane, which is a horror campaign, D&D 5e, all homebrew. It's fantastic. On the 21st, you can find me at Just the Humans channel for 10 candles. And then I have some other things coming up too, some of which aren't announced. But the 25th, I'll be on Transplaner. So if you're not doing anything Tuesday the 25th, please come by for Shoot Your One Shot. And yeah, I'm always busy. So just follow me on Twitter, and I'll post some updates. Maybe there'll be ukulele concerts.
Perfect. And then Kay.
Hey, I am Kay. I am all over the internet at KDamnFear. You can, like Candace said, every Thursday through mid-November, we're running Godplane, which is a homebrew 5e horror campaign where I get to torture my friends. It's really great. I put D'Angelo through it last year. You can find me every Tuesday over at my channel for the Chaotic Wholesome Talk Show, where we talk about all things TTRPGs, from intersectionality to indies, and we have a really good time there. You can find me every other Wednesday on the Emergency Power Podcast, which is a Starfinder game where I play another starry individual, but radically different. And yeah, I'm also all over. More stuff's coming out. And yes, I played May, your actual magical girl, tiefling ASMR who transforms into a Sailor Scout, and I didn't get to cast Moonbeam and shout in the name of the moon, but you know, there will be other streams.
Exactly. Very good. And then Andrew.
What's up, everyone? Andrew J. Landy checking in here. First of all, thank you to everybody who tuned in and helped out with all this. You find me Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at Andrew J. Alandy. Again, Andrew, the letter J, and then my last name, Alandy. We'd love to talk with all of you. We do our best to spread positivity wherever we go. Coming up, I know Saturday we have the finale of our Conan Wavestained Crimson mini campaign that's on twitch.tv/The Initiative Order. That'll be happening 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, which means I'm waking up very early to do this campaign. But it's totally worth it. A lot of great people. Also, if you are into scripted audio dramas, please check out Vampire the Masquerade Port Saga. It is an amazing, well done setting for Vampire the Masquerade, the first of its kind. We're in the middle of season 2. You can get it wherever you get your podcasts, whether it's Apple, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google, Spotify, wherever. Just search Vampire the Masquerade Port Saga. I play the character Dante Mendoza, who is a Tremere, and again, it's been a total blast. There's also more that is coming up, but can't announce it yet. But again, folks, make sure to treat yourself kindly this coming week, and make sure to treat all of us kindly as well. Beyond that, I love you all, and thank you.
Yeah, and with that, my name is D'Angelo Murillo. Thank you again for coming by my channel and supporting Homies in Horror. We raised $420 tonight. Thank you again so much for sitting here and like supporting the cast and all of that. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we will see you guys later.
D'Angelo, how much did we earn?
420, blaze it.
Blaze it!
Yeah.
Thank you so much, chat. Thank
See you later.
for hanging out.
Bye.
Bye.